Haha! We're there. We're back from Christmas, holidays, all the rest of it. We're gonna play some D&D tonight and kick back and chill. Hopefully, it's not a stressful night, but I don't want to speak too soon. Last time, last time we had a bit of a problem in that Hunter died. The the orcs. So just to let's recap here. Let's recap. Hello, Darkside. Hello, Affy. Um, so the story thus far, Aikeon is dying. The group of wizards known as the Five have torn energy away from the sun to the point that the sun has supernovaed and gone to sort of a white dwarf, a white star in the sky. And the party, while trying to find solace in the north, where rumor that the Asari elves had figured out a solution, they traveled north, and on the way they discovered something that we have been calling the Sunstone, an orb that fell from the sky, and from there made a friend with Lumen. So Lumen now is sort of attached to the Sunstone. Actually never leaves touch of Lumen. Like, even when Lumen's sleeping, it's like it's resting on her shoulder, or on her hip or foot, her nose. Like, it's somewhere, but it's always touching. It's always sort of attached, and there's some sort of a magical bond there. The party crossed the mountains. They found the Sunstone. They're being pursued by orcs. They now have found solace in a small swampy village known as Marshton, and we're introduced to some of the people of Marshton last session. Specifically, I'll just draw out a couple names here. There's Gilda. Gilda's sort of she's called the town. Let me get her exact title here. Gilda is the town's keeper, and she's sort of like the town's mom, right? She goes around, makes sure everybody's taken care of. There is Captain Highall, who is sort of the military presence in the town and commands the militia of the town. And then the party also met Warren. Oh no, that's the captain. Orman Rastwell, who is the mayor of the town, and not of noble birth, was some kind of working man before the cataclysm, and is now sort of just the people's voice. And you guys had a short meeting with him about what the party would do next, and you guys kind of got some strange vibes off of him, and decided you'd cut the meeting short, and he invited you to sort of like have a more formal meeting with Ketris present. Ketris being the sage from the Order of the Phoenix, and that you would discuss what your next move would be, as Mayor Rastwell would like some input on that. We buried Hunter at the end of last session. And the people of the caravan, which at the beginning of the adventure numbered close to 50, are now down to like there's 8 or 9 of them that remain. The rest have either been captured by orcs, or they were killed in the crash of the Sunstone. A little bit of business to take care of. Our spellcasters were going to meet the town. There's a wizard here in town, Tetherine, and you were going to hopefully buy some spells. Tetherine is a elderly woman, probably in her 60s. She walks with a cane. Her house is surrounded by a tiny garden with many plants that are unfamiliar or they're non-native. Who knows where she's gotten them? Inside her house, you discover a place where where alchemy can be performed, or herbalism. You also take notice of there is some sort of, you've heard of them on sailing ships, but there's some sort of large telescope-like device that sits on a sits beside an open window pointed skyward. Very humble house, not fancy in any means. This could just as easily be a peasant's house, were it not for all the bottles and beakers and things like that for the alchemy and herbalism that Tethrine must practice. So she welcomes you, and we're just going to fast track through this a little bit. You guys were looking for magic, for spells specifically for your spell books. So she is willing to offer up. She's willing to offer up 3 scrolls. There is a detect magic scroll, there is a shield scroll, and there is a protection from evil scroll. Tethrine has no desire for gold, but if you're willing to barter with your gems, she does have interest in those.
I have a sleep spell. I'll trade her.
Trade up 1 for 1.
Sure.
Let me just check if she has sleep or not. No, she's more than willing to trade for that 1 for 1. Is there a spell that you'd like to choose from those 3? Detect magic, shield, or protection from evil?
I'm gonna do detect magic.
Okay.
Then
now you'll get that on a scroll, and both you and Lumen can copy that from the scroll into your spellbook.
Maybe Lumen will pick a different one, and we can do the same.
Yeah, Lumen, do you want to? You have light, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I would trade her, maybe for protection from evil.
Okay, she's willing to do that. She's willing to do that.
And then maybe we combine and buy the last one.
Okay. I think your gems, if my note keeping is correct, the gems are worth 50 gold each. You have 14 gems worth 50 gold each, and she will trade you 1 gem for the final spell, the shield spell.
Okay, I think that's super worth it.
Yeah.
She also she said she's not sure whether you're going to be staying here in Marshton or not, but she does offer you 2 potions, each for a gem as well. One is a potion of healing, and the other is a potion of invulnerability. And invulnerability, game mechanic wise, invulnerability gives you +2 to your armor class and +2 to all your saving throws. However, you can only drink a potion of invulnerability once a week. If you drink a second potion of invulnerability, instead of giving you +2 bonuses, it turns over into -2, -2, and -2 to saving throws. So she warns you that, if you were to find another potion like this, that you can't drink them both in the same week. But she has 1 potion of healing she's willing to part for one of your gems, as well, and she's quite interested in your gemstones, as well as a potion of invulnerability.
I think those would be worth it, probably, just to share with the party.
So do you want to part with those as well?
I feel bad no one else is here.
Well, the party's more than welcome to voice, even though they're not here.
Yeah. What do you guys think? Worth it? Potions?
Yep, I think so.
Let's do it.
Okay. So in total, you trade your spells for her spells, as well as 3 gems for the shield spell and the 2 potions. Okay. So that night, after you visit with the wizard, it's Hunter's funeral. And then everyone sleeps. And regardless of your intention of getting up early, you all sleep in. This is the first. I think this is the first time you've really had a chance. Mm-hmm. No one has to take watch. The town seems relatively safe, and the 5 of you. Well, we don't have Hunter here yet, but the rest of you pass. The rest of you pass. I know, too soon. Let me change. Let me change this. Hunter. Merrick has a new name, so We're gonna put that in here.
Finn.
Yeah, we need that change to Finn. There we go. Okay. So everyone has slept in, and I'm not talking about like a few minutes. You all sleep in well past the morning. No one bothers you. Your friends and family that are still in the part of the caravan actually take care into not waking you and letting you rest for as long as possible. At some point, you're woken up, you're fed, and you know, yeah, you have a moment to do whatever. Is there anything anybody would like to do around Marshton before we jump ahead to when we have our meeting with the mayor?
We can probably ask around for, like, if there's any, not rumors necessarily, but what's north and what's south. I mean, maybe people have been coming in from other directions, and
okay,
we can find out safe direction to go.
You are directed to speak to one Finn Boulderbush, a halfling scout that the town relies on, who they say knows every nook and cranny of the marsh, and that he can, and they direct you to where you can find him in the town. Finn? Where would they best find you? Would they find you at the tavern? Would they find you at your home?
Best spot they'd find me is probably by the creek.
By the creek?
By the creek.
Fishing for crawdads.
Yeah. Fishing, catching frogs, that sort of thing. Finn loves the outdoors, so.
So just outside the town's walls, at sort of a creek side, you find your barefooted halfling fishing.
Oh, hey, how's it going, guys?
I give him a sign here, and I ask him. I hope the fish are biting.
I'm not getting much today, but oh well. Won't stop me from trying.
I've seen places where bait is about the same size you are. I haven't seen a small person in such a long time.
Few and far in between.
In a van down by the river.
Perfect. Yeah, if you don't start acting like that, that'll be surprising. All right.
So Finn, just to bring Finn up to speed a bit. So, I mean, I sent you a few notes about the town that you're aware of. Marshton has been, contently staying invisible since the Five brought about the end. But there's concern about the evils in the west that are threatening the swamp. However, the town, you know for a fact, the town has really changed since that light fell from the sky, and there is a great deal of curiosity as to what these four people that have approached you by the river, what their intentions are. Okay, just to give you an idea of like sort of what the town is thinking.
Gotcha.
Okay. So
sure.
With a bit of talking, I'll just give the lay of the land here, so I don't have to double talk through Finn. But Finn basically tells you to the north. To the north is the river that sort of marks the northern territory of the of what was once the kingdom of Dale, and then to the west is another river that marks another border, but most importantly to the northwest is this city, the former city of let me get that name here for you. To the northwest is the former city of, why can I not find it? Come on. Of Shuulta. And not a whole lot is known of Shuulta. There is a large bridge that crosses the river. To the west, Finn knows that there are orcs. that orcs have been pressing into the what they now call the Drowndale from the western border. And they are in large force. And then to the south, of course, is Gustwind Pass. But they know of no, there's, I will say that Finn doesn't know a whole lot about there's no scouting missions with that. You guys don't ever go as far as Shuulta, but it is assumed that Shuulta was wrecked by the rushing of the water. So at some point, Dale was drowned by like a tidal wave that washed inland. And being sort of in a valley surrounded by mountains, Dale just kind of, all that water, once it rushed in, when the water receded, the water stayed. And that's why we have this drowned, what is now being called Drowndale.
Okay.
So the five of you chat for a bit, and if there's any other specific questions, I can certainly elaborate. I don't mean to talk on behalf of Finn, but we're just getting back into things. And Merrick, other than a few notes I sent to Merrick, that's all he knows. So
I'm going to ask him about the mayor.
That's good.
What is his take on the mayor?
Mayor Raswell is a pretty good guy. He does his best to keep the town safe. He's not from noble descent or anything like that. He was kind of unfortunately put into power just by the times and situations we were in, but he's been doing a pretty good job so far.
So you trust him?
He hasn't done anything to not earn my trust.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Lullaby, did you have some questions?
What are you guys doing around in the area?
I think it's important to pass on the information that we had, like our experience too. Maybe if there's something that Finn knows to put two and two together. Otherwise, do we just get cracking? Because I'm worried that the mayor or Raswell, he's gonna sacrifice us because he knows that the city is safe so long as we're not nearby with the Sunstone. So the longer we wait, I think the less chance we have, especially if you still have to go north and the Drowndale. I don't know. Do I have access to the map? According to the map, looks like it's northwest. So we gotta, we run the risk of getting cut off, I think.
Okay, I like that plan.
And plus, the sooner I can get into a forest or closer to elves, then the better I feel about that too. Jeremy, do we have access to the map? Even though we see the map, do we know what the map looks like?
You sort of have a rough idea of. We can reference the map. That's no problem. You guys don't have an actual physical copy, but between talking to Finn and being around the townspeople, you have a general idea of like what this map looks like. So like this ruin up here, if you can check it where I'm pinging.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
I see that.
This is the ruins of Shuulta, and orcs are pushing out of what to the west is Clavacan, which is basically where Clava's home territory originally sat. The Asarian forest is not far from here.
I think that was the point I was trying to make, because if we cross the bridge, we're on the wrong side of that huge body of water to get to Pearlgate.
And this body of water here, this channel that comes down from the north, this would have once just have been a river, but with the coming of the water that I described, this rush of water, these riverways were over capacity, and they washed out a lot of land. So this isn't really a river anymore. Once you get up near the ruins, that's now a channel that runs all the way to the Northern Sea. And these rivers that run down into the Drowndale, and this is all low ground and flooded. I think I described previously, like a lot of the plants and vegetation does not look exactly the healthiest down here because a lot of this water that washed in would have been salt water. Like it would have had a destructive. The plants would not have survived well. But the water receded relatively quickly. But the problem is the dale had already soaked up so much of it, and being sort of low ground here with mountains on almost all sides, it just trapped the water in.
So just from my perspective, from Lullaby's perspective, I think we head as close to the north as we can, get into the Asarian forest and put that channel of water between us and orcs. They'll have to chase us instead of being able to cut us off.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah.
And I don't want to speak for the party, but for Lullaby anyway, the forest and getting to Pearlgate where other elves are, that seems like a natural.
Yeah, so if we scroll north on this map, we see there's an elven village here, and then way up here we see the city of Pearlgate, which is where you were originally headed.
Mm.
It's assumed that the Asarian elves that know a way off of Aikeon, that's where you're headed.
Okay. So Finn, do you want to go on an adventure?
Where are you guys heading?
Well, I think that we're going north. Have you been north very much?
Yeah, I've been on lots of scouting missions up in the area. We've pretty much gone as far as Shuulta. Do I know of a way to cross that river? An easy route?
There is a massive bridge that was built in ancient times that crosses the river south of Shuulta. However, Finn knows that the orcs have pushed relatively far into the marsh, and that bridge might be overtaken by them. Finn does know, though, that the town of Marshton has a number of rafts on the tributary just north of the town, and that those rafts are used to bridge this river. Also, that in safer times, people would use the rafts up and down the river for fishing and such to bring back to town.
Gotcha.
So listen, we don't ever have any problems with orcs. We don't have any problems with other, being chased. There's, no reason to think that we're somehow, cursed or anything like that. No matter what you've heard. So.
As he says that, Finn, you can clearly see that the four of them look exhausted and haggard, and one of them is missing an eye, and it's a recent wound because there's still a lot of swelling and bruising and maybe even a little bit of blood.
And they did just bury their friend last night.
Yes.
A fresh wound.
So we have been accident prone, but we're feeling better now. It was mostly Hunter's fault.
I like that you think that was accident prone, or not just.
Throw Hunter under the bus. Yikes!
I can't go with that story. I'm
sorry.
Man of
everyone
cloth.
knows. I'm probably not.
My good friend exaggerates a bit, but your help would be truly needed. It would truly be useful to us, and we'd greatly appreciate it if you join us.
If it's a guide you need, I can for sure be your guy. It'll cost you though. 5 gold a day.
We were gonna.
There's a scam.
We were gonna offer you a share of the treasure, but 5 gold per day sounds much cheaper.
Yeah, it sounds fine to me.
We're in.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll guide you guys. How far north are you planning on heading?
Until we start going south again. All the way.
All the way. Over the top of the world and down the other side.
We should be all right as long as we stick as far away from going west as possible. The closer we are to the large bridge into Shuulta, the more dangerous things will get. So I think I know a safer route that we can take that could just take us directly north across the river, and that'll lead you right south of the Asarian forest.
That sounds perfect.
Okay. So you guys make your deal. And as you finish making that, and you come back inside the safety of the walls, Ketris catches up with you and says, perhaps before you talk to the mayor this evening, there's a few things I've done some reading. I've looked over the rubbings I took in the dungeon on the mountain, and I think I can give you an idea of what we're looking at here. And he looks around very carefully, and then takes a really suspicious look at Finn, and says, I think we need to be careful here.
What do you mean?
Put my arm around Ketris
Why?
and I say, why don't you tell us all about it on our way as we leave, because we're leaving now.
Before we see the mayor.
Yeah, let's just leave.
Yeah, we
Screw
can
that
skip the
guy.
mayor. I have zero problem with skipping the mayor.
Yeah, I say we go now.
Okay.
Because I think you're right. And it's just,
That-
you can tell us
yeah,
on the road.
like-
We're leaving.
Yeah, Ketris, grab your stuff. Let's go.
Yeah, we're going.
Okay, so you guys head back into that sort of building where you're keeping your gear to get that. I assume Finn runs home to grab whatever he thinks he's going to need.
That's right.
So while Finn is gone, Ketris says, you all understand the forces of law and chaos and good and evil and the balance, and it would seem that the notion of balancing these forces is actually it's a hidden truth. It's something that, and he pulls out a scroll from one of his many scroll cases, and he says, I always assumed that this was just sort of hopeful thinking that the balance would be kept, but it would seem that the laws of the universe, I feel like that this sunstone is a reaction. These stones are a reaction to the casting of whatever spell the five did. In other words, they couldn't. The laws of the universe would not allow them to destroy the sun, because you can't do that. Anyway, I know this sounds. It may sound silly, but I feel like the sunstones are a direct reaction. They are the counterbalance to the action that the five took when they drained the power from the sun.
Ketris, did you say sunstones, plural?
There's 5. I'm sure of it.
Wait, so which one is this one?
Well, I don't know that they have names or anything to differentiate themselves, but there are 5 stones. There are 5 mages that drain the power of the sun. There are 5 stones. There are 5 Karens.
So where will the other ones be?
Well, your crystal statue mentioned Spellreach Tower. Now, I've talked a little bit to the mayor, and he believes Spellreach Tower may be in reference to a tower in some ruined city of Shuulta.
Dang it. Ketris, you bastard.
Come on,
But
Ketris.
why though?
But why?
Were they having this conversation in private? Like, Finn
Yeah,
was-
you're not there. Finn is at home currently grabbing gear. He says, I think if we can bring. He looks right at Lumen. If we can bring the stone to Spellreach Tower, we may be able to locate where the other 4 stones are. If we are going to go north to Asari, if we are going to solve the issues of Aikeon with this stone, we need to know where the others are. They could be in Orcish hands.
You know what I want to know? I want to know what Turner thinks about all this, because I have a feeling we're going to go to the tower.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm leaning. If there's a chance for us to fix this, I'm obligated to try to fix it.
Ketris says it may be on the scope of the 5 of us here. But if we know where the stones are and we take that information to Asari, that is invaluable. Also, I'm not sure that we can actually detach the other stone from Lumen.
That's true.
Okay.
Her fate may now be tied to these stones indefinitely.
I'm just looking at my friends.
And he
go,
looks at
"Look."
you with an awkward smile, Lumen, like, sorry to break the bad news.
I'm just going to look at my friends and go, look, I'm obligated by my order to do whatever I can to help this. I'm honor bound. I have no choice. What you choose to do, that's up to you. I can't question you, and I know that I wouldn't want to go if I didn't have to. So it's up to you, my friends.
Also, these Karens, and he pulls out another scroll that you can see he has written over, crossed out, written again. He says, "I believe there was 5 Karens, copper, iron, some sort of sandstone, some sort of bluestone, and a coral reef of some type. I think I've connected the 5 to the 5 Karens, and." If a place like in the mountains exists, then perhaps it exists in other places, which means the sunstones were drawn to those other places. But with the exception of sort of knowing where the 5, ruled, I assume one of these places was built in each of their kingdoms. You can see a bit of excitement in his eyes as he feels like he's unraveled some master plan, some, that he's had, he's figured it all out, or at least he just looks, even though he's tired looking, like there's a grin creeping across his face, and he's very, very excited about it.
So he's like saying it's like Captain Mustard in a library with a wrench.
Yeah.
He's scaring me.
Well, the question now is, how do we get up there without alerting the orcs and ending up being attacked by 1,000 orc army or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
We could put boats in the river and go downriver.
I don't think there's orcs in the city. They won't go in.
Well, I'm thinking a little scout friend might be able to help us with that.
I spoke a little bit to with the mayor upon arriving. I think he did tell you that.
So
the mayor told me that the orcs won't go in because the city is cursed. So we can go in.
Oh God, really?
Oh, great, cursed.
I'm impervious to curses, so I'm in. You guys would totally die without me. So wherever you go, I better go. Otherwise, it's all lost.
I do like the idea of taking those rafts up to the city so we can skip the bridge.
And we probably could go faster.
Yeah.
It would most likely take less energy, although I don't think I've been on very many rivers one way or the other. I prefer walking, of course, but
we should try it.
So we take these rafts, we infiltrate the city, and we reach Spellreach Tower.
Okay.
I'm trying not to smirk at Ketris because he does sound like all of a sudden he's super hyper excited, where in the past he's a little, maybe a little more timid. But let's go with that energy. I like it.
Yeah.
That's fine. Are we still going to bring Finn with us? If he recommended we don't go that direction. We already kind of hired him in agreements.
If the halfling knows the marsh, perhaps he'll certainly be useful. But there may be more information that I know. I don't know if the mayor knows more than what he told me, other than the city is cursed.
We've always got Brad to lead us, right?
He implied he was from there.
In a circle.
He's from there?
Left.
Thanks, Brad.
He implied that prior to the end, he was living in this cursed city and left shortly before the end.
That makes me wonder what he wants from us then.
Or what he
all
doesn't.
the more reason to leave.
Yeah, the only thing is we take a risk of missing a crucial piece of information that he might have. He could tough it out and just be ultra prepared. And if we're taking the rafts and we have Finn to help us, we're, hopefully saving time.
What
We have a really
what of
good
the
rest. So.
what of the others? What of the others? What do we do with our friends?
Well, the stone's the
Killed
key
mine,
issue, right?
so-
I feel if we leave them here, but we take the stone with us, they'll be left alone. Because doing anything to them, if you think about it,
Yes.
if he's up to no good like we think he is, if you were doing anything to those people, it would draw suspicion from all the others. Most of the town people did seem very nice and accommodating.
Okay,
It was just him that had me worried.
Finn, we're going to continue to have this discussion here, but halflings go relatively unnoticed. So you've arrived with your pack and have sort of walked in the doorway, but no one has taken notice of you.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So Ketris is like, I'm not sure that the mayor is our enemy. I think, but do we leave our friends and family here?
I think they're safer here than with us.
And we can move faster without them.
Yeah.
And if we're only watching each other's backs, then it makes it easier for us to make decisions.
Yeah.
Perhaps we could ask the mayor or Captain Highall for an escort.
No, it's too many bodies. Yeah, it will be great if we get into a fight, but if enough people are tracking through the bush, we're going to attract attention, and we'll leave a trail that'll be very easy for them to follow. Great if we get into a fight, but I don't think fighting is what we want to do here. I think we want to go quick and smooth, and I think if we let our new little friend show us the way, I think we should be okay.
Yes, but can we trust him? Can we trust him? I mean, you're not sure about the mayor. We barely know this little halfling.
What?
Oh!
Oh, my brain's
Are you ready to go?
Don't
Brad,
scare me like
Brad's
that.
still looking. Brad's
So-
still looking around.
So, Ketris looks at Finn very awkwardly. Ah. How long have you been there?
Oh, I just got here.
Oh, very good. We were just discussing our exit strategy. Isn't that right?
Heading straight north across the river into the Asarian forest.
That's a ticket.
Put my pack on.
Okay.
Let's go talk to the mayor right now. And if he has time for us, that's great. And if he doesn't, too bad for him.
Okay.
Let's put it on our timeline. I ready my sleep spell just in case. We can
All
put
right.
him and his guard up to a few of his guards to sleep. I'm
So
just talking out loud now.
so everybody's got their pack together. Are you going to head to the mayor's house then? Is that the plan? So as you march
Yeah,
up,
like
as you
5
march
seconds.
as you march out the door and you're about to head to the mayor's house, you run into sort of the gang, meaning Lumen's sister, Bill. I've totally drawn a blank on our red-headed barmaid, Millie.
Really?
Yeah, Millie, Gerald. They're kind of all walking together, and they're heading right to the building as you're coming out, and they see you with your packs and everything. And Gerald's like, I wasn't aware we were leaving. I would have gotten ready.
Put my hand on Gerald's shoulder and said, my friend, we're leaving. You're not. You guys are going to stay here. We're going to go ahead. It's too dangerous to move. But we have to do something. We have an opportunity in which to solve this problem for the betterment of everyone. But I need you, Gerald, to stay here and take care of these people.
We were to go to Asari.
We will go to Asari, but the path to Asari is blocked until we solve this issue.
They look about at one another. They all seem concerned by that. Lumen, your sister has a bit of a glare on as she looks at you with your pack on, getting ready to leave. But of the group, you noticed, Brad, you noticed that Millie is wearing a leather sort of necklace with a carved yellow, like it's probably wood, but it looks like a yellow feather. Like the guards are wearing yellow feathers on their tunics and everything, and you saw the temple had been changed from Mir, which was a goddess of healing, to this sort of eagle shrine, and she is wearing essentially a symbol of the great eagle, and she doesn't seem bothered that you're leaving at all. There's a very different look on her face.
Brad doesn't really notice. He kind of touches the necklace and goes like, "Whoa, cool! You're matching those guys. What a coincidence!"
She pulls Brad sort of away from everyone,
Where
and
are we going?
she takes his hand, and she's like, "Are you and your friends leaving now?"
Yeah, we're always going somewhere.
It's over, babe.
She holds your hand tightly, and she goes, I think it's a sign that I found people who know about the Great Eagle, and I'm gonna stay here, Brad."
Well, we weren't going to bring you along anyway, so that's okay. That saves an awkward conversation.
Nice.
Good. You just stay here and I'll be back.
I'm taking notes.
You are like smooth like peanut butter, Brad. Smooth like peanut butter.
She smiles.
Woo.
She pats your head. She goes, "Yeah, okay.
Oh.
You come back for me then."
I'll see you later then.
Yep.
Cool
Bye.
necklace. Like it. Eagle.
Bye, Brad.
Eagle. Bye. See you later. Remember
Man,
me.
my heart's a little bit torn up right now. That gets me in the field. All right, let's go.
Okay. So
I'm over it now.
you move through town, and they kind of trail you. They're like walking behind you, like, and Silva has not said a word to you, Lumen. She's just kind of glaring. You have noticed, though, no, she doesn't have a fever anymore, and you have noticed that sort of her and Bill move. They move together. If one goes, the other one is not far behind. But she does not look happy with you.
You want me to put her to sleep?
No. Yes. No.
She has not said anything to you.
I'll just kind of like trail back to where they are behind us and be like, "What's up?
You're going to leave?
Hey, how's
You're-
your foot?"
My foot is fine. My foot is fine.
Ow.
Sure.
I'm gonna keep walking. This
Okay.
sounds
And Bill's like
awkward.
her foot is doing better, but and she looks at him, and that shuts him up. Then she looks back to you, and she goes, "You're just gonna leave and not say anything? You're just gonna leave me in this whatever this place is?"
Well,
It's Marshtown.
We're gonna come back. It's just we have to get this orb thing away from here because that's what the orcs are looking for. And like the rest of the group, the rest of you are in no position to really like keep traveling at the kind of pace that we were at. So we're going to try and lead them away and find some solutions, and then we'll come back.
Mm-hmm. Solutions.
But we just decided on it this morning.
No, I get it. You and the elf, off doing your magic stuff. You got all these new friends, and you're just gonna leave me in this scumbucket town.
Yeah, well, you've made a new friend too, haven't you?
Oh.
She goes, his brother just died.
Yes, and I am very glad that you are being very nice to him.
Yeah, 'cause his brother died.
I know. I I was like across the way from him when it happened.
Yeah.
I
Where
couldn't do anything.
where was your magic then, Lumen? Where was your magic then?
Exactly. I couldn't do anything. Now it's time to make up for it.
Well, maybe when you and all your special friends make it to the elves, you'll be able to learn some magic that will maybe save your friends next time.
Did she do air quotes when she said friend?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Friend.
I keep walking. That's
Such a sister
I can't do it.
At which point she turns around, she says to Bill, "Bill, we're leaving." And they walk off together. And Bill looks over his shoulder at you and kind of shrugs. Thank you for the follow, Simaxian.
I just kind of look at Bill and like give him a nod, like, "You better take care of her, or I'll kill you." I'll give him like a sister look, like,
Okay.
"You better watch out for her."
Okay. The two of them march off, and sort of the rest of the stragglers that were kind of following you, they're afraid of Silva, so they follow with Silva. And the rest of you make your way to the mayor's house, which you've been at before. When you come in, you're welcomed by the butler of the house, the sort of the servant of the house, who brings you again to the mayor's sitting room, and the mayor is actually sitting with Captain Highall.
If I can get Finn's attention, I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder, not in an aggressive way, obviously, just kind of in a familiar way. Whoa. And I'm gonna put my finger over my lips, and I'm gonna make a little thing and see if he can like sneak around. I don't know if he's the sneaky type, but it might be helpful. We didn't have a chance to talk about that before we went.
As soon as Lullaby turns around and talks to someone, he looks back. I'm completely gone.
You're just gone. You're somewhere in the mayor's house.
Just somewhere in the mayor's house.
All right. So
as Brad, keep your eye open for Finn.
I'm honored.
You're one eye. So you come into the sitting room, and they're sitting at a table. They're sitting on chairs, and there's a small table between them. They have a couple drinks. The mayor stands up. "Oh, I wasn't expecting you. Welcome."
Yes. Hi.
Yes.
Where are you?
Hello.
Brad's our spokesperson. Keep going, Brad.
Bumped into a wall.
So this is the mayor. Let me get him up here. I think we've already shown him. I don't know why it's not letting me.
That's a handsome fellow.
Yes, he has some damage done to his head. Why is it doing that? That's interesting. Okay, well, here we have Mayor Rastwell, and he's sitting with Captain Highall. He says, I thought we were going to meet this evening, but if this is important, certainly. Can I get you drinks?"
No, I think that we're gonna wait on that, sir. But I think it's important what you said, and I just wanted to say that we respect that when you said that, if evil is looking for us, every minute we stay here, we put you and those that you are in charge of in some danger. And we just wanted to let you know we're heading out so that you can go back to a more normal existence. But before we did, we just wanted to make sure that if you had any information that might keep us safe, now would be a good time to share it with us.
Okay. Highall stands up and he says, "Leaving? I'm not sure that I can allow you to do that."
Why not? Why not, my dear Captain? Why can't we leave?
We, last night, our scouts reported back in, and there are Orcish camps to our west, and Orcish scouts have been spotted not far from our walls. I don't think it would be safe,
Captain.
I don't think it would be safe for you.
Let's cut the chase, Captain. We're both military men. It's very clear that the orcs are looking for us. that it's more, and you cannot repel an attack from them. But if we go, they'll follow us and leave you alone. At least dwindle their numbers so that you can repel an attack. Is that not correct? Is that not tactically sound?
You believe the orcs will be able to sense that the orb is no longer here?
Well, I could always light it up for a while when we first leave, and they'll just follow the light.
The mayor says you would do this. You would do this for us.
Our priority is the safety of the civilians, as by my order. And I showed my symbol of tear.
And we want to leave.
Lullaby goes.
Highall says, where do you intend to go? You're going to the Elven Wood?
We'll draw them north.
There's little north except Asari. And I'm not sure the elves would welcome you at their border.
I point to my good friend. I'm sure my friend will be able to convince him that we can go. And I point to Lullaby.
Say something in Elvish that's probably pretty rude.
The mayor
Like,
says
what for Elvish for duh.
duh. Mayor Rastwell says we have rafts that you could take. They would ferry you across the river.
Thank you. We'd love to use one.
That is a smart idea.
Perhaps the captain or some of his men could guide you to them.
Just tell us where they are. If they're the enemy is that close to the gates, it's better that you have all your men here, Captain. Would you not agree?
The captain pauses for a moment, and he's specifically looking at Turner up and down. You're not sure where his thoughts are. And it's a curious pause from the captain, and he says, if this orb is as important as you say it is, I really think we should make sure that you reach the river safely.
You know as well as I do, Captain. Speed is better done in smaller numbers and larger, and we can and we're quieter, less tracks. Draw less attention to ourselves. Speed and stealth is our key tactical objective right now. It's the one thing that we have over the orcs. We have to use that. I thank you very much for your concern, but I think that's the best route. And I point to Brad. I go, besides, we have the stealthy Brad to get us across. We'll be fine.
So
Practically a pirate.
The two of them, both the mayor and the captain, look at Brad. Yes.
Is there?
Ketris says, now, Mr. Mayor, there is we do have a few questions about this cursed city that you told me about. Perhaps you could expand on what dangers might lurk near there, for we may, and you can tell Ketris is trying to lie now, we may need to pass quite close to the city.
I keep forgetting Ketris is there.
Yeah.
That's okay.
No. Put my hand on Tetris. No. With enough time for chewing the fat, our objective is to go. Let's go, Tetris.
He says
we could follow the river up to where it goes by the city and then cut into the forest.
Exactly.
Does the river move fast?
No. The mayor says no. Many of us fish on it when it's safer in the wilderness. With these orcs nearby, though, we certainly wouldn't go there. We wouldn't send our fishermen there now. He says, well, I wish you all the speed that you can muster.
Thank you, Lord Mayor.
Is there any way your folks could keep an eye kind of behind us toward the city just to make sure that the orcs are actually following us?
The mayor says, we'll certainly keep an eye on where they are and what they're up to.
And I would ask that we are leaving behind some loved ones, and so hopefully you will take them under your wing and protect them as well. And if you see an elf with a notepad and he's sketching some stuff down, his name is Echo. I'll just take really good care of him.
The mayor is the mayor immediately begins to nod as Lullaby begins to ask. Like, even before all the words are out of his mouth, the mayor is nodding. Of course. Well, certainly. Whoever needs to remain here in Marshton is welcome. We no harm will befall them. You notice that the captain is blank. Does not nod along with the mayor. Does not, and keeps his focus on Turner.
Is he looking at my symbol of tier?
No, not specifically.
Okay.
Not specifically. With that, the mayor says, I'll use there is a gate to the north of the city. It's not used often, but it will save you the time of having to round our walls and thickets. Take that and move
Thank you.
Move with haste, and perhaps our roads will cross again.
We intend to return. We have loved ones here. We definitely intend to return once this has been resolved. Thank you so very much for your hospitality, Lord Mayor. Look at the captain, and I salute the captain.
The captain nods to you with no emotional...
I give some sort of elven see ya later.
Okay.
It also sounds weirdly like
piss off?
Like
Finn, no one has noticed that you're in the manor. Is there anything you want to do as they're discussing? I'm going to assume you're not right in the room with them, but
maybe, I don't know if halflings speak Elvish, but maybe I can say something like, I wonder if we missed anything in Elvish, just in case Finn can hear me.
Yeah, I don't know that Finn can speak Elvish.
I have a language called alignment. Not sure what that is.
Oh, so
if you're lawful good, you can speak a special language to the lawful good person. If you're neutral, to a neutral person, chaos to chaos.
Yeah.
I speak halfling.
I don't. No, just kidding.
One of us actually speaks halfling.
Did Finn want to?
Awesome.
Was Finn poking around, or?
Yeah, Finn was poking around.
Okay, all right. In sort of whereas this is like a lounge where he's meeting with people, you find a study, and there is there is a map rolled out with a few markings on it. And it looks like the mayor is marking perhaps where orc camps are. And if that's correct, there are some very nearby to the west. Also on the map is it's the ruins of Shuulta are very clearly noted. And you can see the markings for the bridge just south of Shuulta on the river. And again, there's orc encampments marked there as well, just south of Shuulta.
I want to jot this down to memory, or at least write it down in a book or something. Would I be able to just memorize that just by looking at the map, or could I have like a notebook or something?
Okay. Well, you could try to memorize it. It would require an intelligence check later on, but you quickly scramble for a notebook, and there's a book like right beside the map. So you just go to begin writing in that, and there is you begin to notice that there's writings on the page that the book is open to, talking about a place called Spellreach Tower, and you quickly, just by skimming it, notice that it's talking about an apprentice of Clava who resides there. And there's more information, but you can hear that things are kind of wrapping up in the other room. And you're going to, they're either going to be leaving or someone's going to take notice of the fact that you're not there.
Okay. So the party is about to leave, basically.
Yes.
The main area. I definitely want to snag this book and meet the party outside.
Okay. Do you take the map?
Yes.
Okay.
Good answer. Good answer.
I'm trying not to nod.
The mayor.
I'm like,
So Finn sweeps up the book and the map.
Put him a pack.
And you notice that the book, the cover notes that it belongs to the Registrar of Shuulta.
so you're not stealing anything from the mayor.
Yeah,
You're just bringing it back.
My conscience immediately feels better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Smart. Yeah, we're good. We're going.
Unless the
lift
mayor
it off.
was the Register of Shuulta, we'd break game here.
So
That'd be a plot twist.
you quickly pack the journal away. You pack the map away, and then you just shuffle out with the party into the road, and you make your way to the north gate. The mayor walks with you to the north gate.
Even better. He won't notice his stuff's gone until he gets back.
When you reach the north gate, he says, "Please be careful near the river. There is a good population of sawback there, and he motions to this wound that you can see on his head where the hair has not grown back. He says, sawtooth are particularly aggressive, territorial, very large lizards. If they get hold of you," and he motions to his head.
Thanks for the warning. At this very convenient
I shake the
time.
mayor's hand and thank him very
I'll
much.
keep my eye out.
Okay.
Me too.
That's smart. We'll keep
Literally.
we'll keep three eyes on.
Eyes out.
So it's daylight hours, and you begin. And remember though, here on Aikeon, the daylight is really sort of like twilight. It's not really daylight because the sun has lost so much power. So the five of you slip out through the gate and head north. And you
When
should
we get a little bit away. I want to light up the sunstone and make it really bright so that the orcs can see that it's moving.
Okay. So you're going to get it as bright as it can. You're going to extend the radius out.
Yeah.
Okay. So how far out of town?
Maybe we should check the map first to see how far we're from a camp.
Maybe like
No one knows Finn has just for the record. No one knows Finn has the map. No one knows Finn has the book.
That's right too.
Yeah.
I'm metagaming. Sorry.
That's okay.
like a mile.
Okay. You find some do you find some high ground, or what do you do?
Yeah, just to like. Yeah, I just want to draw them draw their scouts away from the city to know that the stone is moving.
Okay. Okay.
You guys are awful nice. I think that if you made it super small, then if they could detect it by magic, then they could, and we would reduce the risk of like every orc without magic sensing to come and chase us. But I suspect we're obligated now since we told them that's what we were going to do.
Yeah, and if the radius is the biggest it can be, then they have disadvantage on us because they don't like the sunlight, right?
Yeah.
If they're close enough.
Which really makes you wonder why the orcs are.
So you light the and just so you know, there's the five of you and Ketris. He's with you. You light the sunstone and you continue moving. All right. So as you move through the swamp, we're not going to make any checks because Finn sort of knows the way. He's leading you on trails that look not often used, but well enough maintained. And it's not long before the day turns to night, and the three moons rise above the mountains, and they're in the sky. and you're just traveling by moonlight, and Finn is still doing a great job. However, you have begun to hear horns in the distance behind you.
Turn it off.
Yeah, I'm
Turn
gonna
it
dim
off.
the light now.
We've done your job.
Yep.
Okay.
I just want to get them away from the city so that they know it's moving.
Okay. All right. So, again, just like before, you feel like the chase is back on, and there are orc parties following you. You can hear horns in the night. You occasionally might see a torch behind you. I'm not talking like 100 feet behind you. I'm talking like, maybe half a mile back. You see a torch on a hill, and you can only assume that the orcs are in pursuit. And it is sort of in the middle of the night when you come into sight of the river. You can Finn leads you down a trail, and you look down onto the riverbed, and you can see a group of rafts pulled up onto relatively dry ground. There's 3 of them. The rafts, they're just for moving up and down the river. There's large poles lying beside them, and there's no sail or anything like that on them, right? So you just sit on the raft and head up and down the river. They have 2 very large wooden logs, almost like a catamaran might have, and then they have a flat spot suspended, like a deck suspended between those 2 larger logs. However, there is a very large lizard lying amongst the rafts.
Oh, great.
Like asleep or dead?
It is currently looking like it's sleeping. We're gonna bring this. We're gonna bring this up for you.
Hauser. Ooh,
So,
right?
Please notice that this lizard has a saddle, as it looks very. The lizard lying amongst the rafts does not have a saddle, but the lizard lying amongst the rafts is, without a doubt, the same type of lizard that the orc was riding.
That's cool.
Interesting.
Okay, and these lizards are relatively common in the Drowned Dale.
I think I'm just kind of whisper to the party. I think my sleep spell works against monsters. I don't know if it's just limited to humanoids. Actually, I don't know the answer to that.
You should definitely use it.
Okay,
Do I know anything about the sawback
Put
lizard?
myself to sleep.
So,
Like,
what you know about the sub?
Can I get them to scare them away?
No,
or...
they are particularly aggressive and territorial, and ornery. This is probably a male because it's on its own. You don't see any others around, and it looks quite big. But you usually don't find them in any bigger numbers than sort of 3 or 4. And it's lying on the bank of the river, in amongst the rafts.
So
It's not moving around.
I see one. Could I assume there's definitely more, or because it's a male, it's probably by itself?
You think since it's by itself, it's probably a male.
Well, that stinks, guys. That's our ride right there.
I got my sling out. Maybe we're just gonna have to kill it and go.
I'm gonna cast sleep.
You're gonna cast sleep?
Even though it's already asleep, I think it works against creatures, and if it doesn't, I'll soon find out.
Just backfires and wakes up.
It's gonna wake up as soon as we ping it with a sling.
Okay, do you want to roll me 2d8 hit dice?
You don't know that.
And we'll see if you put it to sleep.
2d8. Did you say? I'm sorry.
Yeah, 2d8 hit dice for the sleep spell, and we'll see if it puts it to sleep.
Got it. Hold on. I'll get my dice roll.
There is no saving throw for this, so it's either going to work or it's not going to work.
Well, if it doesn't work, I don't suspect it'll wake up since it's already asleep.
As Lullaby starts to do something, I pull out a cooking pot and I put it over my head.
Like a helmet?
like a helmet.
It's go time.
Perfect.
Okay.
Handle around.
My sleep spell is actually a lullaby. So
Okay, so you begin your sleep spell, and you notice that this lizard sort of just utter relaxation overcomes its body, and it sort of like sinks even further into the ground. And you're pretty sure the sleep spell has it.
shh. Let's go. Oh, the boats.
I lean over to Finn and say, "Listen, can you cut the ropes that bind all the other rafts together? Like the logs, just cut a few of those ropes. That way, in case the orcs that are chasing us, like we'll take one of the good rafts in case the orcs that are chasing us decide to take these rafts. They'll slap
Just take
on
them.
them. They'll just
take
make them
them all.
inoperative. Except for the one that's
Make
got the
like
great
a-
big lizard in. I think he'll take care of that.
Now we can leave that one. Yeah, let's take
Yeah.
them all.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
if
we
we
can
need to
tie the
use
rafts
split
together
up,
and
we
carry them across the river.
Yeah, but there might be guys on the other side of the river. If we just cut a few of the bonds, like this couple of center ropes, the whole thing just start to snap under their weight.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so you push one of the rafts into the water,
like a trap almost.
and then you push one of the rafts into the water, and you sabotage the rest of the rafts. Is that correct?
That's the plan. Yep.
Okay. The lizard, stirs a little bit, but never wakes up. And you push off the raft into the water and begin making your way down the river. We're going to put the party up here now. So, by dawn, the raft has been... Unfortunately, you're going against the current. So someone is working the pole all night to keep the raft going.
Jeremy, can I interrupt really quick? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
go right ahead.
Unless this is like some very strange geography, if the water's going from the mountains towards the sea.
Oh, that's true. You're right. You're correct. Downriver. No, absolutely.
I'm sorry.
No,
I didn't mean to poke you, but
nope. My initial reaction was that you were drifting down the river, and then I thought, wait a minute, would it be going the other way? And then I realized, no, you're right. You're right. It's coming from the mountains. Absolutely. So you're drifting sort of lazily, and maybe only an adjustment or two needs to be made now again to redirect the raft so it doesn't bump into a shoreline. Okay.
nice.
By the time the sun comes up, you have made really, really good time. And you can see the mouth of the river ahead opening up into a very broad channel.
As soon as we did get on the rafts, I wanted to take out that map from my pack and just
Yes.
take a quick glance over and kind of analyze the
Okay.
landscape and
Okay.
try to cross-reference the camps.
So it looks like the mayor had basically there was a semicircle of orcs around Riverton, almost like a crescent moon. Other major encampments showed that there's a number of large encampments near the bridge, south of Shuulta. And there is also a marking of a very large orc encampment near the Western River. If you can see the map where I'm pinging.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now,
So all the camps, they're on this side of the river. They're not on the other side in Shuulta.
well, in Shuulta it shows that there's an orc camp on either side of the river.
Okay.
However, the marks that are over by Shuulta and over here by the river, the ink is long dried. These are not new markings. And you're not sure how long ago he noted that there were encampments there. Whereas the ones that are, and you guys see at some point Finn looking over a map on the raft. The others show that, that they're near the city, near the town of Marshton. Those ones are very recent ink.
We should avoid these spots.
You think?
Hot take.
We're a welcome addition to our group because
So-
sometimes We don't know the best way to go.
The original plan was to go straight north across river in the Asarian forest. Where are we heading now?
Let's just keep going down river
Okay.
until we
Okay.
get to Shuulta.
Well, as soon as you, the further you go down river towards the mouth of the river, you start to notice that the northern bank starts to look less and less like marsh and more like a forest again. And
Well, that's good.
and some of the trees are very, very large and old.
Perfect.
And Lullaby,
Let's
it's
keep going.
maybe been some time since you've seen trees like this.
I suspect that's true.
Does Finn check out the journal or just the map?
Yeah, I check out the journal as well.
Okay. So the journal has entries up until, the time of the cataclysm, and then it has some new entries as well. And it's essentially keeping track of, at first you notice that it's like keeping track of taxation and trade coming into the city. And then at some point the writing in the book changes, and it's no longer talking about, business and import-export, and it's talking about personal experience. And someone is essentially writing, facts about the city. So the city probably numbered close to 10,000 at the time of the cataclysm, when the sun went dark. And there's talk that, and it seems like a very personal experience, not secondhand, that the apprentice of Clavo was instructed to use the power of spell reach to create a ward around the city, so that Spellreach Tower would remain regardless of what the cataclysm brought.
I was far thinking.
The apprentice of Clava went about the ritual as instructed by the Gorgon Queen, and certain totems were put in place about the city so that this ward could be erected. However, the ward sustained the city, but had a unfortunate side effect in that the people within the ward, including the apprentice, were slain at the time of the casting of the ward. It's unclear whether that was the intention or whether it was just the bumbling efforts of Clava's apprentice. Whether he failed the casting or whether this was the intention all along. If the writings claim that the dead rose and that the streets of Shuulta are now littered with the dead that walk.
Perfect.
The writings go on further to tell that the great surge of water that came down the rivers into the dales here actually overcame the wards, and a great portion of Shuulta was washed into the river, and that the city was almost cut entirely in half by the rushing waters. The city now remains a cursed place that neither orc nor man ventures to. It is unclear just how many dead continue to walk the streets of Shuulta. And there is some warning that perhaps the necromancer, the apprentice of Clava, remains at Spellreach Tower, keeping whatever ward is left in place.
Is the apprentice's name Kyle?
It is in fact referred to as X Kyle.
Yes.
Kyle XY.
Oh boy. Well, I got some good news and then some bad news. The good news is I don't think there's going to be any orcs once we get to Shuulta.
Bad news?
Okay. What's the bad news?
Good.
Let's just focus on the good news for a little bit longer.
Okay.
Is there anything we need to be prepared for?
Nothing that's living.
You're not earning your 5 gold very well right now.
So with that, the raft has kind of reached the mouth of the channel.
Saying.
On the far side, in the dim light of day, you see a massive ruined city sitting on the banks of the channel. Just as I described to Finn, it looks like the water has cut the city in half, and you literally get a cross section of the city. You can see the buildings standing on rock and dirt, and there's even you can see sewer lines running out and breaking off, overlooking the water. Like literally a cross section of the city. You can see above ground and the below, all these different tunnels and passageways of the sewer lines. And then above in the city, there is no movement. From this side of the channel, you can't see anything that detailed. There is a large bridge that spans another river just south of Shuulta. Many fire.
See it?
You can see the bridge. It's massive.
Wow.
You've never seen anything like this construction. It would span maybe 400-500 feet of riverway from one side to the other. There's all kinds of pylons and a great arching bridge, and many fires upon the bridge. Many torches and bonfires that burn even during daylight hours.
So if we make landfall, would we be pretty much dead smack in the center of the city?
No, you could guide the raft to any part of the city you'd like.
Okay. But we would be like in the middle of...
In stark contrast to that destroyed, harrowing looking side of the channel, there is the eastern side of the channel, where great elven trees and a massive forest stretch far to the north up the edge of the channel.
So it's like...
Which you acknowledge as the Asarian forest and the home of the elves that you've come so far to see. And to the south of you, there's just this washed out swamp and sort of bog.
So you look over to the east, and it's just like beautiful forest, large woods, and then just like death everywhere.
And then a cursed city on the other bank. That's
Cursed
correct.
city.
Right.
Beautiful.
And I look at the party, and I'm just like, so you guys want to go that way and not that way?
Yes.
Just
Thank
for
you.
a little bit.
5 gold a day, buddy. 5 gold a day.
I'm a halfling of my word. I did say 5 gold a day. Okay. So I think we should go further up the bank, away from the bridge full of orcs,
I
clearly,
agree.
and try to find a safe spot where we can possibly pull the raft on shore and hide it.
Yeah, I like
Mhm.
that.
Yeah, there
Is there
aren't
such-
where there once would have been docks that you could have, pushed the raft into. Those docks are long washed away.
Can we see any tower that would obviously might be the Tower of Spellreach?
Currently, from this distance, no. But there are a number of very large buildings, stone buildings that, were erected long ago. This Shuulta during its prime must have been quite a metropolis.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we should maybe avoid somewhere obvious that a boat would be stored. Yeah, to try to pull away to the side somewhere and pull the boat on shore and keep it hidden. Maybe underneath some branches or something, I don't know. But just to hide our tracks.
Good idea.
Okay.
Okay, we look for such a location.
So you begin to guide your raft across the channel, and the water here just naturally pushes you north as, you know, two rivers empty into the channel here at the end. And so it's not difficult to push yourself sort of away from that bridge and keep yourself, you know, directed. As you get to the far bank, so if you push up to the city as it is, you're going to be in amongst sort of ruined sewers and broken buildings that have crumbled into the channel. Is that what you're looking to do, or are you looking to land somewhere north of the city, beyond its walls?
Oh.
I mean,
We're
we
trying
could
to-
hide it maybe in the rubble, like the raft. and
Yeah,
climb up
like
through the
if you
doors.
guys want to go into the city, we're in the city, right? We would just be doubling back. So I'll leave that up to you know,
Your
decision.
employer.
Your employer. But yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry, I didn't. I don't. I think that we should reevaluate that relationship, but I think you're taking a huge risk with us. But either way, that's what I say. Into the city.
Okay. So you guide the boat across and into the ruined rubble that lies in amongst the washed out part of the city.
As soon as we make a landfall, like pull the boat out of the water, be like, also, by the way, the city is like infested with undead. There's a huge undead armory everywhere, and there's probably a living like undead wizard.
So as Finn begins to say that, as he's pushing the raft through the water, a number of you start to notice. Thank you, Talk to the Wizard. A number of you start to notice that there are bodies pinned beneath the rubble, still moving. Like as your boat passes by, like an arm, a hand breaks the water as these zombies continue to live buried, like in the water and beneath rubble. As the as the raft nudges sort of a large cornerstone of a building that's sort of protruding from the water, you look about and like all the mud in here, it all kind of moves, like with bodies stuck and arms protruding from the muck. You know, maybe you see a pair of legs just kicking for eternity as the rest of the body is stuck under a massive, you know, stone that has fallen into the water here.
I think we should go.
I'm gonna stay close to the
That's the
cleric
smartest thing I'm ever gonna say.
Oh man.
Not too late to turn around.
Yeah. Oh.
And at that, as he says that, the raft just kind of nudges into the muddy bank, and stops moving. And
Maybe we can have some of the hands hold on to it.
And hold on.
That's a good. I find one of the one of the undead guys stuck under a rock, and I just like hand him the rope so he holds on to it.
So you give him the rope, and the hand just instinctively grabs whatever it is and starts pulling at it, and the boat just stays in the mud. Also, as you do that, you hear above you sort of a and just as you look up, you see a man silhouetted in the very dim light of Aikeon's star, and he then he just doesn't bend at the knee or anything. He just tips and falls off the embankment, tumbling through the mud, and then there's a large sploosh as he disappears into the water, maybe about 20 yards from you.
That's our cue to go, people.
I walk back to the cleric and I stay as close to the cleric.
The vibes are
Yeah,
awesome,
right.
man.
Does it seem like, was he trying to like get to us and that's why he fell off, or was
Yes.
it like
Yes.
My life is terrible as an undead thing. I'm just gonna tip
This is-
myself off of this cliff.
No,
Like, what?
No, it was like
you felt
10
like
brains.
you felt like he saw you, and then in his attempt to get at you, literally just walked in a straight line and right over the edge and down and crashed into the water, about 20 yards to the north of where your raft is.
I'll just say, well, at least we know they're clumsy.
Yeah.
So I look at the cleric, and either we got to do this and we got to go fast, or we got to give up.
We're going to have to go fast because we got to go.
Yeah, let's go. Okay.
Yeah.
If we
I'm
get
with
to the
you.
tower, maybe we can, like, I don't know, turn something off, or
Was there
Or
in
just
the
keep
was
hustling.
it in the notes at all? Was there anything that would reference tower location?
Yes, it's in the heart of the city.
Well,
Okay.
the city's cut in half. We're not too far from the heart then, so let's just carry on. Go fast. Look for the biggest, tallest thing. Let's get a tower.
We could.
And that big ball of sun would be helpful, and I mean, at some point, maybe it would be.
I don't think we should use that big flashlight here.
So is someone going to try to climb the muddy bank to street level and have a look?
Yeah,
Go
I'll
on,
do
Finn.
I will. I'm sneaky. I sneak up there
Well,
quietly.
technically, so is Brad.
I'll sneak
Yeah,
like
you both are. Do Brad and Finn both want to go?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Sure.
I need you to hold my hand, Finn. I
Okay.
can't
I've
see.
got a rope.
You got a
Someone
rope?
wants to take the rope up so that we can follow.
Okay.
Now, we have an 8-foot rope, so I'm not.
An 8-foot rope.
I've got a rope. I've got a rope.
Now I believe because Finn's a halfling, I don't know that there's actually a check as long as you're outside. Outdoors, they can disappear in underbrush or woods. Only a 10% chance to detect. In dungeons, it's a little tougher. Bradius, do you want to give us a? Do you want to go onto your character sheet and give us a? Let's do a hide in shadows check. Actually, no. Move silently. Move silently. Sound is the bigger issue here. So move silently, please.
Yes. I just have to find
And
who that is.
should be a dice right beside it on your character sheet.
Move silently? Awesome.
Yeah.
And the class abilities, yeah.
Yeah, class abilities, move silent. Success. So both Brad and Finn make it up to street level. You are looking down you are looking down a very large avenue in what was once an obviously splendid city. There are buildings down either side that are 2-3 stories tall with archways, but the buildings have suffered over time and misuse, and they are cracked and broken. The road is, there are weeds growing up between the cobblestones, and the slapping of flesh against stone is heard as bodies shuffle from building to building, almost like they're living their lives without knowing that they're dead. They just move about the city. There are hundreds of people in this avenue, hundreds of zombies moving about as if, it's just another day in their lives. In the very distant, not on this street, maybe a few streets over, you can make out a tower that looms above this part of the city, and you immediately assume that it's Spellreach Tower and the destination that you have to get to. However, between you and this tower is, 1,000, maybe even 1,500 feet of streets filled with walking corpses.
I see dead people. Do you see dead people?
Yes.
As the two of you watch, a stone falls off of a crumbling building down into the street, hitting one of these zombies square. You see its neck buckle, uncomfortably so, and it's crushed beneath this stone. But everything in the street turns to the noise, and a few of them shamble over in that direction, while others turn about their business. They come over looking at the stone, unknowing what to do. but obviously attracted to the sound.
Well, I don't know.
This
I'm not
means
there.
we
Could
have
this
to
be
go
a
through
good
the
opening for us to sneak around?
And let's go.
Take off our shoes and walk quietly.
I'm
Turner,
way ahead of you.
Turner, Ketris motions to a large sewer opening, big enough for a man, and
Afraid of
says,
this.
"If the two," and he looks up at the two who are sort of peeking over the road, "if the two cannot find a way above the city, perhaps beneath."
That's what I was thinking. I look at Luma and everybody goes, "What do you think? Should we try the sewer? If they can't find a way across?"
Definitely an option.
Brad and Finn, what do you guys do? You're looking down the street. I've described what you see. The zombies have not taken notice of you.
I hold my breath. I'm really scared.
Can I see the tower from the street level?
You can only see the very top of the tower peeking above the street. So it's a few streets over to the south, and like I said, maybe 1,500 feet into the city.
Okay, but then we're like, okay, yeah, it's that way kind of deal.
Yeah.
Okay. Looking around, do I see a clear path I could take? Possibly, maybe not so many zombies or no zombies at all.
The roads are packed with people. Imagine a city that was not dead, midday, going about its business. So busy.
Okay.
10,000 people once lived here. There's just assume everyone is a zombie now. The streets are very busy, very packed. You could maybe try to sneak through the streets and alleyways. I'm not saying it's impossible, but as you look back, you decide this is a good time to, what were your friends wearing again? And you look back at Turner in his heavy armor, and you're like,
not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
And as you look at Turner in his heavy armor, you notice a pale white hand reach out of the water and grab the edge of the raft. And something begins to pull itself up. Turner and Lullaby and Lumen, you feel the raft kind of shift a bit, and you look back, and that man that fell off the city into the water has now made his way to your raft, and he's climbing aboard. His hands pulling him an inch at a time.
I'm not even going to wait for it. I rush up and hit him as hard as I can in the face with my mace to knock him off.
You're going the other direction. I'm climbing up the wall.
Okay, so at that point, Lullaby goes, "Yep, I'm off the raft." So Lullaby's off the raft. Turner, you come down. I'm not going to ask you to roll. Your mace comes down, and just like hitting an overripened melon, like a watermelon that's well past its due date and has been in the sun for a while. Your mace comes down on the back of this, and it just splatters across the raft. And yet the body is still climbing for another 2 hand pulls, and then it finally stops.
Ugh. Yeah, we're gonna have to take the sewer.
I head back down to the boat.
It smells really
as you're
good
coming down, Lullaby is coming off the boat. You're coming back down. Lullaby's like, "Nope, I'm off the boat."
Oh, what the heck? Yeah, no, wrong way.
Yeah, so unless
I have an idea.
Okay.
I have an idea. I look at Lumen. If you lit that stone up like crazy, I mean really lit it up, that would attract the orcs at that camp that's over there. And they would come here. That would be ringing the dinner bell for those guys. And when they went to go eat on orc, we can make a beeline for the tower.
Should I?
We just need to find a place where we can hide.
Nom nom.
Well, what if I go to the top of where they were by the street and light up the thing, and then we just a flash, and then we jump into the sewers, and they think we're above ground.
I think that's it. I think that'll do it, because that'll get all the Once the orcs come to investigate and these things start to trip over them, they'll cause a lot of noise, which will be ringing the dinner bell for the rest of them. Hopefully, while they're busy killing each other, we can get by.
Try it.
That's my thought.
Hopefully
That's
the-
my plan. That's the only way I see we can get through this.
Hopefully the
Without having to
dead
go
guys
through
don't
1,000
follow us
zombies.
into the sewer. That's the
Okay.
other thing.
Lumen, so you're going to climb up to street level?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you give me a dexterity or strength, whichever you'd like, check just to climb the bank? You're not as stealthy and nimble as Finn and Brad.
We're gonna go with
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stealthy
Lumen,
Brad.
be careful. There's a lot of dead people up there.
Okay.
I did it.
So
Yeah.
you know you're climbing the bank and you get your foot on a really sturdy rock and sort of push up, and you feel it give way a little bit, and Lumen has not noticed, but she's actually got her foot in the mouth of a man, and as she
What?
pushes up, the jaw sort of dislocates, and she keeps climbing, and you're all watching this from the boat, and she makes her way to the ridge, and Lumen, you look down the street and it's just littered with walking corpses. You look to the south and you can see the bridge. It's a fair distance away, and because it's outside of the city, right? It's not part of the city. The city sits here and the bridges would be outside. And you can see all kinds of fires burning on the bridge. And you can see that there are humanoid things moving about the bridge, but not. You can't tell at this distance. You have to assume they're orcs, but you don't. They could be dwarves, elves. I mean, you don't know.
How long does it take to? Oh, it's every turn. Okay.
Well, we can say that you've charged it up and it's inside your robes.
Oh yeah, I would do that.
Your robes are
And
definitely
that way, I just
glowing,
want it to be like
but
I just want to make like a big bright flash and then turn
Okay.
it, like hide it again
yep.
and climb.
I look at the party and be like, what is she doing?
So
She's ringing the dinner bell.
you have charged the orb under your robe, and then you draw it forth, and there is suddenly this beacon of the purest sunlight as you raise it above your head, and it just shines. It shines across the water, and you get a very good look at everything around you. And like those of you down on the raft, like suddenly the murky water is just lit, and you see the corpses on the bottom. And
Oh my god.
stuck like you are in a sea of death. Okay, if you're off the boat, you have a sneaky suspicion you're getting dragged down to the muck on the bottom. And the light blazes its way down the street, and every dead villager looks in your direction.
Ew.
You guys are so loud.
You're
Oh
just
my gosh.
you're just looking into these blank faces. Their eyes have lost color. They're just sort of milky orbs, and they're looking at you. And very slowly, they all just start to turn and walk in your direction. You're not sure what the reaction of everyone on the bridge is, but the dead here are definitely coming your way.
Did you say slowly?
Yes, they don't move.
So
They don't.
let's just-
They don't appear to move particularly
run.
fast.
Yeah.
Go.
I'm like dropping down. I'm not even climbing down. I'm gonna drop down.
And are we going into the sewers?
I still think.
Yeah.
I was
We're
gonna say
gonna
I
have
still think we're going the wrong direction. But
So the party drops down. Lumen cuts the light on the sunstone. Everyone makes their way into the dark, dank sewers. And we're going to take a moment to have a break. We're going to grab something to drink, maybe use the washrooms, and we will be right back as the party begins to crawl beneath the city and try to find Spellreach Tower.
Fog of eternal
Nice.
stench.
We'll be right back, everybody.
Yeah, literally.
There we go. We're back. We're back. So, the party piles into the sewerway. Could I have each of you just give me a very quick wisdom check?
Uh-oh.
What?
Yeah.
Supposed to roll this game?
Yeah, I've heard there's dice involved in this game.
Yeah.
Wisdom
Seems
check.
to me.
Just a wisdom check.
Aye.
By wisdom, you mean?
Did we all roll 19? Oh my god. Oh,
Turner rolled an 11. He ruined it.
oh
Yeah.
Brad also rolled an 11.
Ooh.
I am a cleric, so wisdom's kind of my thing, right?
Yeah. So I'm gonna say that Turner, you're at the mouth of this broken sewer pipe, and the party's climbing into it. The raft is still held in place by that zombie hand that's holding the rope. Ketris comes by you. As everyone sort of piles into the tunnel and starts making their way beneath the city. Turner, just always check the back door, always check behind. Turner glances in the direction of the channel, and he can see a raft crossing the channel.
Oh no. Gonna be the orcs.
It's probably our raft.
No, it's probably one of the rafts that's had the big ass lizard on, the one that we didn't sabotage.
That's awesome.
Yeah, alright, let's get in there. Hopefully they will upset that.
Okay. So, the party begins to move beneath the city. The sewers of the city are not really as filthy as you might expect. No one's been here using them.
How long has it been?
Yeah, they're now just sort of channels. They still have sort of a musty, damp odor, and you can smell the rotting bodies, but it's not like a sewer filth that you would smell. And
Zombie poops.
I'm gonna ask Finn. To give me another wisdom check, as he was the one that sort of saw where Spellreach Tower is, and now you're trying to guide blindly beneath the city. So,
Just hit the check.
Yep. When you reach intersections and such, Finn's like, I think maybe that way, and then you move that way. And I think, and there's walkways beside stagnant water as you move your way beneath the city, and every so often you'll pass a drain pipe that, like, you can hear the deathly groans of the walking dead above on the streets echoing down to you. The sewers are cracked and broken, and there's these large spider webs every so often.
When you say large spider webs, how large is large?
Well, this is not being made by little house spiders. You find some significant webbing hanging from the tunnels. Significant enough that you think that the spiders that are making them must be rather large, but you don't see, like, they're broken and torn, and you don't see any spiders, but you're not sure that you're alone down in these tunnels.
Guys, if we run into giant undead spiders, I think that's it for me. I think I'm gonna need at least 6 gold a day.
Just TPK.
The price is going up.
Price is going up.
6 gold. I hand him 6 gold.
Oh boy.
Hurry up.
Pennywise,
Can I
Pennywise,
see
yeah.
in the
Wait
dark
until you
with
find
my
a clown down here.
vision?
Woohoo.
Yeah, that's something that we should maybe address. So Lullaby has infravision. Are the rest of you using a torch?
What?
I
you
have a
to
torch.
an
I can light
expression?
one up.
Okay. Okay,
We're
so
just keeping the sunstone real dim.
okay. So we have someone carrying a torch. We have the sunstone out. Lullaby, you're using your infravision.
Traps and secret doors.
Yes, and I think you gave me a check, right? Okay.
I did, but
What's
you
our
tell
order
me
of
how
march?
frequently you need them, or I'll just keep doing it.
No, that's okay.
I
That's
I can
perfect.
go first.
Okay, I'll go second.
Lullaby
First.
definitely has the sight advantage. However, when you reach intersections in that, you rely on Finn to sort of go, I think it was this way. I think we got to go
Finn.
this way.
Okay.
Brad, you are having a little bit...
Yeah, he can absolutely point which direction to go.
Brad's loss of an eye. I mean, it's now been some time. And you're really starting to notice, like, a blind spot. Where that, like, you just notice that, like, you're having to move your head a lot to see things.
It's starting to sink in a little. I'm really starting to get a little concerned at this point.
Yeah. This
Brad,
is...
don't worry. It's just dark on this side of the tunnel.
It's been dark on this side for a long time.
Don't you worry.
The sun's dying. What do
Do I
you
kind of
expect?
start to reach for my mirror, like maybe like, thinking I could flash it behind me and see if it reflects anything back and maybe get a moment of truth.
Yeah, maybe at some point, you look into your mirror and you notice, like, you're missing an eye.
And I have food in my teeth. Super embarrassing.
Yeah, first you're like, the eyes got... Wait a minute.
Something's off here. Yes, food in my teeth.
I love that that's the thing that Brad would focus on is the food in the teeth and not the fact that he's missing an eye. It does make sense.
So I brought up a new map. Is everybody there?
It's black for me.
Yeah, it's pitch black for me.
It's totally black? Okay, hold on a second.
Yeah.
I'm going to add some illumination for the party. So 20.
I think for the time being, we should turn the sunstone off and just use our torchlight, because if there are orcs chasing us because they can see that light, or their shamans can track it.
Is it still looking like that, guys? It's still black?
Yeah, I'm still
Yeah,
blind.
it's still
Where are we
okay.
supposed to be? Top left, bottom left, like northeast corner, north.
Hold on
I
a sec.
zoomed out all the way and it's just still black. Oh, I saw that ping though.
I see the ping. I do not see.
So you see the ping, but there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you see what I see.
Son of,
Really,
We've
Brad?
got
son
our
of a
Brad vision.
bitch. Okay, hold on a
know.
second. Hold on a second.
Our
Let's
Brad vision.
our Brad vision. Let's work out what's going on here with this first.
And for Brad.
Tunnels are so dark that it's dark in our imagination.
Yes. All of the above.
Do halflings have any special sight or anything like that? Or
Nope.
hearing? Okay.
You're not very special, no.
I'm just very sneaky.
Still nothing. Still nothing there.
Nothing.
The dynamic lighting and I have sort of a love-hate relationship. Directional. We don't want directional. No, we don't want that. Does this work? Oh, I think I know what might be the problem. I know what it is. Pardon me. I've just figured this out. Okay. You know, this is professional DMing, professional streaming. I need to give control to all.
Sing us a song, John.
Oh yeah, there we go.
can see
How about now? How about now? Can you see now?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
On my left side, yes.
Oh, man, I was just about to sing. Okay, maybe next time.
Aw.
So the water, there is
I'll try to find a good spot.
there is stagnant water just above your ankle right now,
Hate
Okay.
it.
and the tunnel ahead, sort of, we're going to use cardinal like south. It's not actually south. You're not sure what direction it is anymore, but we're going to call it south. South, sort of southwest. The tunnel extends. Now, I think you guys should be able to move the party token. I might be wrong. If you all try to move it at once, it might explode. But you guys can totally move it. So the water is about just above your ankle. It's been some time. You're starting to think that something's in the tunnel behind you. You don't think it's orcs. You think it's undead. You think like maybe some of the zombies have gotten their way down into the sewer. You can't be sure though. You haven't seen anything. You just hear the echoing behind you, and frankly, you occasionally hear the echoing as you pass by drain pipes and things. So you're not sure. However, Finn thinks you're close to the tower.
Guys, I think we're pretty close to the tower.
What's
Well
that?
said, sir. Well said.
What'd you say?
I think we're pretty close.
You're pretty close.
They're pretty
Pretty close.
close.
Your hair?
You hear?
So you move down to the next corner, and the sewer. This feeling of these long sewer passages just continues. Now it's not marked on the map, but you can assume that there's drain pipes and things like that entering this sewerway at different heights and sizes and levels, and there's refuse like garbage, long forgotten garbage from the town above, lying in amongst down here. And it's just everything. As I said, the water is stagnant, and there's just a musty sort of smell of dead. As you move forward a little bit more up ahead, you see another bend in the passageway, and it then opens into what looks to be a culvert or a larger chamber. And you can see a number of webs strung about, not haphazardly dangling from the ceiling here, actually anchored in a few places.
Oh, great.
I don't like
Looking
this
up
at
at
all.
the ceiling and looking behind us.
Okay. You take a look around, and nothing's moving. You can hear the ahead, though. There's a bit of a current in the room ahead. The water is moving from.
Dogs.
Sounds like
Hear that?
dogs.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
awesome.
It's
I'm just-
Arctic barking
I'm
spiders.
glad it's not my dog.
Oh my god! Spider dogs.
Spider dogs, web spinning dogs.
Jason, it does not smell like Hamilton, you son of a bitch. The water.
More Brantford, okay?
The water is moving from the south to the north, but it doesn't really come into this passageway. It wraps around what was once a large pillar, but it appears to be broken and damaged, and then flows out to the north somewhere.
And those spider webs are around the culvert, right?
Yeah, ahead there's a large pillar in the center of the room, and there's a fair amount of webbing here. Not at your level. The chamber ahead opens up a bit. It's a bit taller, and there's some major pipes that run into it, and there's webbing all up through those pipes in the ceiling.
Oh my god, we're gonna get spiders descended on us from those pipes. I can just feel it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And I bet it's been feasting off of all the dead that drop into it, into the webbing from the top sewers.
Undead spiders. What?
Ugh, let's hope
no.
not.
It'll be okay.
Do
Yeah.
we know
Do we-
what direction the tower is from where this culvert is?
Do I know?
Yeah. Finn made his check earlier. He's thinking you have to keep heading south.
South. Okay.
That way.
So are we going to to move ahead?
I'm scared.
I'm scared.
Yeah. Everybody takes a moment to pause, and like they're looking up into the ceiling of this circular chamber ahead and going like, that is a lot of webbing.
Can
I see
we
anything
make
with
our
my
way?
Infravision?
Any what with your
I can see
infravision?
heat signatures. Yeah.
You don't see any kind of heat signatures.
There's nothing alive in here.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Warm blood.
That's exactly what I'm afraid of.
You know what?
Careful.
Do the spider webs look like they're
spiders-
dry or wet?
They look relatively dry.
Okay, I'm going to see if I can chuck my torch into them and set them on fire.
Okay.
That'll do
Definitely.
2 things: give us light,
okay,
and
with
2,
my
whatever's
stick.
out there, it's going to come out anyway. At least that way, it won't be
Okay.
able to surprise us.
So you move
I'm
down.
super uncomfortable underground, and I'm really worried. Are we going to get choked with smoke or get flamed out of here?
Yeah. Are we
This is
able
my
to
other
sneak
eye.
past
You know
the
what?
webs
You know
without
what?
touching them?
You think that as Turner tosses the torch up.
Nice.
The torch gets tangled in the webs above, and they start to burn, and they quickly, like the little burning webs just sort of. It's almost pretty the way the little flame and light shoots across the ceiling in all different directions, and there is a bit of smoke, but you see it rising up through those pipes above.
I will like to.
And the
as
torch,
quickly as
the
possible.
torch hangs in the tangle until it finally burns itself loose and it falls and sizzles out in the water ahead. And you can also see that the tunnel to the south, there is a ledge that is above the sort of the water and the current and everything, and you can probably climb your way up onto that.
I would like to do that.
Yeah. I'm going to get my back to the ledge while they're climbing up, and I'm going to hold my shield and my mace out, waiting for the spider to show up.
Okay. Nothing like that happens. You wait. Nothing.
Let's go. Come on.
Let's go, yeah.
And you can see that the fire is working its way up those pipes, burning all that webbing away, and smoke rising. And it does occur to you that somewhere that smoke has to be maybe breaching the surface.
That's fine. The spider can deal with them.
Okay. That sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
All right. So the party makes its way down here and reaches another intersection. There is a small archway of stone that wraps across onto another platform that continues to head south, and then this way there's a tunnel to the east.
So we would keep heading south, correct? That's where I think the tower is.
You're not sure now. It's got to be close. It's got to be close, but you're not sure which way from here.
Okay. So we're pretty close. We're in the general vicinity. I just don't know which way we should go from here. South or that way or that way.
I think south sounds good.
Yeah, so sounds good to me.
Okay.
Are there any ladders?
You don't see anything like that. No.
Cool.
Is there large pools of water anywhere?
All this area is running water, and it's running to the north. It's stagnant, but there is a bit of a current carrying everything north.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
maybe we should just keep heading south.
All right.
Yeah.
So you make your way down here, and up ahead, you can see a circular room. There is a large mound of refuse forming an island in the center of the circular chamber head. And someone has laid boards from your walkway across to that island, and you can see another set of crude boards as a bridge beyond.
Someone's been here. We must be getting closer.
Yeah.
Meet your friend Kyle.
Seems like more like a human thing than a
Spider
undead
thing?
Spider
Yeah.
thing.
Or undead spider thing.
Yeah.
What about spider webs? Have we seen any spider webs lately? Or are we out of the range
No,
of the
they're
spider
they're
webs?
always present at this point. I'll tell you if they're not present.
Undead sewer spiders.
That's exactly my worst nightmare.
Toxic undead sewer spiders
On fire.
with sentience.
Who hurt you?
Awakened undead sewer spiders
Yeah.
on fire.
You heard it here first. Our new D&D monster.
Yeah.
That's right. That's
Flaming
right.
sewer-
World rating
Name of the-
35. No.
The name of the
add
episode.
that thing.
Flaming
Yeah,
sewer
that-
spiders.
The next prep or die, that's got to be something you pull in.
Yeah, flaming dead sewer spider.
So what would you like to do?
That
don't
plank
think
of
we
wood,
know.
could I avoid it and jump across, or do I have to go
Sure.
across the plank?
Sure. So you move down. You want to jump over it?
Yeah, like how far is it? Is that easily jumpable?
It's 5. One square here would be about 5 feet. So yeah, you can totally jump that.
Yeah, I just don't trust the plank of wood. Well, how far of a drop is it into the water? Couple of feet?
No, like a foot.
Oh, okay. So okay. Yeah, I mean, maybe I just walk across the plank of wood. I'm the lightest. I walk across the plank of wood.
Okay. You walk across the plank of wood and you reach the refuse, the pile of refuse on the other side. And as you step onto the refuse, the plank of wood, these dark legs wrap around the edge of the plank of the wood, and a spider about the size of a chihuahua crawls up and over onto the plank of wood.
That
Between
doesn't make me feel good.
between you and the party,
I felt that in my spine.
it's sort of a dark gray with very it has a fur sort of a tarantula fur like body with these black lines around its gray abdomen, and let's roll for initiative
I'm begging you to kill me.
as it's aggressive. It's very aggressive.
Pull out my
Aggressive
short,
chihuahua spider.
So I'm gonna roll initiative.
I pull out my short bow and I shoot myself in the face.
Oh,
Bye-bye.
just let's get it over with, right?
It's just right.
Who rolls
I'm
initiative
done.
for us?
I do. Did you
Okay.
see the initiative roll or no?
I did not.
No, I did not.
Okay, I'm gonna drop it
The
again.
initiative is gone.
I'm gonna drop it again then. There we go.
I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, enemy goes first.
Enemy goes first. So the spider
Big said.
crawls its way and then very quickly scurries across the plank towards Finn and will attempt to bite Finn.
Rest in pepperoni, Finn.
That's right.
Here
Oh,
we
quick
go.
question.
Yes.
Am I level 1?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
I mean, that's not funny.
Do we know what? Let me check what experience Hunter had. So Hunter had 1,540 experience. So we're gonna give you half of that. So 770 experience you have, Finn.
Okay.
Okay. So this sewer spider skitters across the plank and tries to bite you.
Bring it.
Armor class 17, so doesn't hit. Sort of quickly lashes out at your little halfling toes with its fangs.
Quickly pull my bare foot away.
Yeah, does not hit though. Now it goes to your guys' turn. Anybody would like to move? That's where we're at first. You have a small, with the exception of Finn. There's a small gap between you and the spider.
I'm definitely moving.
Yeah, I'll let
Okay.
you move to close with the spider. Shield up, close with the spider.
So Turner advances on the spider. Brad, are you moving away from the spider?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Brad, can you roll a d6 for me? Just roll a d6 and tell me what you get.
That one.
Okay. And what is Lumen and Lullaby doing?
I'm staying in place. I'm getting ready to throw my spear.
Okay.
Does Brad go by me? I mean,
Yes.
okay. Okay.
I kind of want to move up and like look up to see if there's more spiders above.
On the roof?
This
Okay.
area, though.
All right. Brad, I don't know how you manage this, but as you retreat back behind the party and look back up the tunnel to the north, there's these four, the light of that you're shedding, there's these four little eyes looking at you from the roof. And then they start to move as a spider crawls across the roof. And if what Finn is facing is a Chihuahua, the one on the roof is a Rottweiler.
I scream like a little girl.
Okay. Ranged at, just so you know, the spiders hide on a 1 and 4. And you rolled a 6, so good job. Ranged attacks. Brad screams, you guys turn around and you can see this very large spider crawling across the ceiling of the sewer towards you from the back.
I'll throw my non-magical spear at the Rottweiler-sized one.
Yep. Okay. Go ahead and make that check. Anyone else doing a ranged attack this round?
Is a spell a ranged attack?
What is the order for that? John, remind me. Spells
I have my
come.
book in front of me. Yeah, I think.
I think it's ranged and spells. We've been doing it.
I think it's ranged spells then melee, right? So yeah, if you
Yeah.
want to cast a spell, that's fine. You can do that now. So the spear flies and just barely misses that spider. What are you going to cast there, Lumen?
I'm gonna cast light and try to blind it.
The one on the roof?
Yep.
Okay, nice. So I think I have to make a spell saving throw for that.
Yeah.
It fails. So you see this bright flash of light from its eyes, and you hear a chittering sound as it is in pain from the blinding flash. And yeah, the one on the roof now can't see. Any other ranged attacks? Brad, are you making a ranged attack?
I might want to try shooting with my short bow.
Okay, at the one on the roof?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, let's do that. Okay.
Just shoot them up.
Is screaming a ranged attack?
That's how I kill spiders in my house. The tissue above my head as I run towards it.
A scream and a short bow.
Roll to hit with your short bow. Oh, totally a hit. Only 1 damage though. So your arrow does hit it, but you hear it like sink into its side. But it's still coming. But you know it, like its eyes are like beams of light are shooting out of its eyes as it's been blinded by Lumen. So now we're on to melee attacks, and what would I'm assuming Finn and Turner are making melee attacks?
Yep.
Finn, I'm going to let you make your attack first because the thing came at you.
Yeah, I'm gonna take out a frying pan from my side.
Nice.
And smack it with my frying pan.
Do that. Roll to hit. Armor class 15. You miss. The frying pan, you swing it, and it does not connect. How about Turner? Turner, you come
Using
across
my mace.
that bridge and swing your mace down?
Yep. Where's my mace? There it is. He gets a +1 bonus because it's a +1 mace.
Yeah, if it's not already in there, just add that to the modifier when it asks for the modifier. Armor class 8. That does not hit. This little bugger just skitters to the side, and the mace hits the ground. However,
Oh my god.
now that you're up here, I think you said you had a torch with you, right? So you can see down this tunnel, and there has been a collapse, But in amongst the rubble at the end of the tunnel are all these little round white balls. They kind of look like little puff balls wrapped in webbing, and there's hundreds of them. Hundreds of
Oh
them.
god.
Yeah, I already know what I'm doing with that. Okay, that's good. I got it.
All right. So now we're back to now we're back to initiative.
Brad is armed.
Now we're back
got it,
to
guys.
initiative. We're gonna roll. The party reacts first this time. So what would you guys like to do as far as movement goes? Turner and Finn, you have the little chihuahua-sized spider between you, and the rest of the party is up here with a whole bunch. Well, not a whole bunch. A whole bunch of eyes looking at you, but one big spider on the roof.
I'm gonna save till melee, other than throw my magic spear. So if people have other stuff to do before that.
All right.
happen before.
Anybody else making any movement changes as far as positioning goes?
I'm staying where I am.
Yeah, I don't want to get closer to the exacts.
Sounds good. So let's jump into ranged weapons. Is anyone making a ranged attack? Brad, are you shooting your bow again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's roll the hit.
Switching out to a fly swatter.
I know we got zombies and
I
spiders
don't want to
tonight.
touch it.
Zombies and spiders tonight. It's done a bit of a number. So that does not hit, Brad. Your arrow ricochets off the roof of the sewer, and it does not hit the target. Now, any range? No, I think that's for ranged, right? Because Lullaby was going to stab with his spear. Casting a spell, Lumen, or what are we doing?
I might try to throw my dagger.
Sure. Is it a +1 dagger?
Dagger? Yeah.
Go for it.
Oh.
I'm just checking on the modifiers for being blind in case it gives an armor class bonus for when Brad shot his arrow.
I need compensation.
Like if they dodge, or is that what you're thinking?
Well, I'm just wondering, does it while they're blinded, does their armor class go up because they don't see the attack incoming?
That's a good question.
Yeah,
It just says a blinded creature may not attack.
There you go.
And the effect of the spell will last for 7 turns if a first level magic user casts.
Perfect.
Wowzer.
Perfect. Okay. So you're gonna throw your dagger. Go ahead and make that roll.
Okay. I think I did right.
Yeah, you did. You did. Armor class 6. It totally hits the spider. Does 5 damage, and it's stuck in the spider's abdomen. Spider not dead yet.
Oh, dang it.
With that,
Kill it.
we're on to melee. Lullaby, are you going to run forward and stab the one on the ceiling?
I think I can reach.
Yes, absolutely. Make that go.
I think I did.
And can I have the other two? You might as well roll your attacks, guys, for the one on the little chihuahua-sized ones.
I hit AC.
Nice, John. With that damage,
After that bank.
you run the one on the roof through. It falls off the roof onto your spear, but the weight of it drags your spear down into the water, and it's now the corpse is floating in the water beside you. The frying pan and the mace hits.
Yes.
Nice.
So together, you got one of you splats it, the other one knocks it off. Also, while you're standing here, both of you can see movement from this direction and from this direction. There are it looks like multiple spiders, and they are quite large. So they are like one might be on the roof, the other one crawling across the wall. They're not down in the water, and they're all converging on your point here.
It's making of a great movie.
Cue that aliens music. Do 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 do. Anyways, do do. Okay, so there are no spiders alive. So we're ending that turn. What would the party like to do?
I would like to take my torch that's burning.
Yes.
And you said there was a whole bunch of spider webs and eggs over here, right?
Down this tunnel.
From what you're telling me, that's like 15 feet away?
5, 10, 15. Yeah, sure.
I'm chucking my torch into that to set those little buggers ablaze.
All right.
Hopefully that'll make them want to go and save their babies while we get out of here.
Okay, so you're going to do that. How about Finn? What's Finn doing this?
Finn's gonna run back over here to the party.
Okay.
And put the frying pan away and draw out of his short bow.
Okay.
And can I see some spiders down this way?
You probably can't see them because Turner just threw his torch, his light down here. So these ones are out of the party's light, but you know they're down there. You can shoot blindly down that tunnel if you'd like.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay.
I'll shoot blindly down the tunnel.
Do it.
Dare you?
I know we're out of order here, but we're just gonna roll with this. All right, Finn. You draw your arrow back, and it flies down. You don't hear it skip off the walls of the tunnel or anything. You just hear a soft impact as it. You're sure you hit one.
Nice.
What about Lullaby, Lumen, Brad?
I'm retrieving my dagger.
I was gonna say if Lumen doesn't grab her dagger, I'll make sure that she gets a chance to grab it, and then I'll dislodge my spear, and then I think I'm gonna move north since the spider came down that way, and see if I can't utilize my infravision to see if any more are coming.
All right, so
maybe halfway down.
Yep. So you start making your way north, leading the party back the way they came. What about Lumen? What's Lumen doing?
Just kind of. Well, I'm seeing people now like shooting things in different directions potentially.
Yeah. And you don't even know what Finn shot at. He just drew an arrow back and let it fly down that tunnel.
I might just stay next to the thing I know is dead.
Okay. So Lullaby. So you and Finn are together, and I'm gonna put you. So this is where you and Finn are on the map. Okay. We still have Turner back on the refuse pile. Turner, your torch flies down, lands in amongst the webs, and just like the previous room, like the little flames start following the webs all around and burning them up. With that, we're gonna roll some initiative here. We're gonna roll an initiative here. Yeah. Okay, so you guys get to take another action before any enemies reach this intersection here. So what are we doing? Let's just go around. We'll start with Lullaby. Are you continuing north?
I think I just want to. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure I scooped up my thrown spear.
Yes, you did.
And then I'm going to keep moving north, maybe to where that narrow section is. I think I could probably, if necessary, hold that area.
To hear where the crossing is.
To go to where it starts to go to the north.
So you make your way up to the crossing. Lumen, how about you?
Staying there to see what happens.
Okay, Lumen holds her ground. Finn?
I'm gonna shoot another arrow and then head up to that bridge there where Lullaby's headed to.
Give me another roll for that right now. So you draw your arrow back. This one you hear it ricochet on the wall down the sewer. And then Brad, what's Brad doing?
I think I'm going to do the same as Finn and see if I hit something and then run down.
So you're like, yeah, shooting in the dark like Finn. Okay, go ahead. Boop. Take a short bow shot. Oh, nice. Your arrow flies right down there, and you hear it embed in something somewhere.
Yeah.
And then you retreat. So just so we're clear, before we go into Turner, Lumen is right here where the party marker currently is, and everyone else has retreated back up to here. And
Oh.
Turner, you're on the refuse pile here. What do you do?
I'm falling back to Lumen immediately, and I'm going to come on, Lumen, we got to go. I'm going to like grab her and take her with me as far as we can go.
So you clatter back across the board. You're like, we gotta go. As he says that, Lumen, because you're like, I want to see what's coming. Multiple Rottweiler-sized spiders emerge from both this tunnel and this tunnel. The ones from the south, they look part porcupine. They've got arrows stuck all over them. There's probably, you're not sure, but maybe 2 or 3 from each side. And like they come out and they're climbing up the walls onto the roof. They're definitely headed your direction.
It's game over, man. Game over.
Game over, man. We're in some pretty shit now, man. Okay, all right. So they don't make it to anyone because Turner fell back out of range. I'm going to roll initiative again. The party has won again. So, party, what are we doing? There are somewhere between 4 and a half dozen large. I say large, but like Rottweiler-sized.
Great.
Yeah, they're
spiders.
Freaking massive for spiders.
Yeah. Look, a spider this big wigs me out, so I'm okay with being this big. I'm sorry. Let's go.
Spiders or zombies, because that's our choice right
now. Spiders or zombies.
Well, we can.
Only thing we haven't hit yet is a snake. You just put a snake in and we're done. I'm done. Stick a fork in me, I'm done.
I think we should definitely head down this way.
We're checking all the boxes tonight. Okay, so the party scurries back across the bridge, and Finn's like, this way. And do we go? Does everyone, without hesitation, follow? Okay, so the party is retreating down like this.
I did want to, if I could, shoot off another arrow.
Absolutely. So like you guys cross the bridge here, and when you get here, maybe one of the spiders is like following you right here. As long as you guys keep winning the initiative, you feel like you'll keep your distance. Go ahead and take your shot with your ranged weapon there, Finn. You brave little halfling. You hit one again. You hit one again. Unfortunately, it does not die.
That's all right.
The arrows that have hit have done like 2, 1, 3. They're just not finding their mark. And the party rushes down.
I'm running and shooting arrows. It's hard.
The party rushes down here. There is 2 tunnels. You have the walkway runs out of room. There's no more walkway, so you have to drop into the water here. There's a small side tunnel here, or continue east. Both tunnels show, there's webs. Not heavy. No one way is heavier web than the other.
Well, as you said that you thought the thing was to the south, I say we take the passage that leads south. That's my vote.
Agreed.
Sure. Without hesitation,
So, without hesitation, you're going to jump into the water and start moving south. But before we do that, let's roll initiative.
Okay.
How far behind us are the spiders?
30 feet.
30 feet.
Immediately.
Like, if you lose the initiative, they're going to catch up to you. But you have won the initiative again. So the party darts down this side tunnel here.
And I want to shoot off another arrow.
Now, it's very narrow here, so can I get a marching order? Who is... If Finn wants to shoot an arrow, he's going to have to be at the back.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go first, since I'm the most heavily armored of the lot of us.
Okay. Sorry, what's the... John, I can't hear you, John. Your mic might be too far away.
No, he's got it. He's on mute.
Okay.
My mic is too muted. Although I can.
Eat it. Okay, so Turner's Turner's leading. Finn is pulling up the rear, firing his bow.
I'm right in front of Finn. Then
Okay.
I can drag his little behind forward if he falls down.
Finn, give us a shot.
Yep.
Oh, did that work?
I
Nope,
didn't get anything.
Didn't look like it worked. Let me try again.
Do that again, sir. It might be asking for a modifier behind your character sheet.
It might. It's hung up on me a couple times too.
Oh, it's a bit laggy for me.
That's
My
okay.
internet is being a little bit poopy.
The poopy,
Oh, there they are.
the poopy internets. There they are. Okay, I'm going to take the first one. A 13 does not hit. It shoots over its head, and as you guys make your
Okay.
way down here, I mean, you look back at this intersection here, and they're crawling around and on the roof, and they're pursuing. With the,
Absolute horror.
At this point, I'm gonna use a radiant blast. Or
Oh,
radiant
thank
beam,
you.
or whatever. it's
Oh,
called.
thank you.
Okay, so you
yeah.
you grab Lullaby by the shoulder and sort of push him over against the wall, and you fire a beam of light over Finn's head back at the spiders. And I think I have to make a saving throw for that. Is that correct? I think you've got the spell right up there. I can certainly get it here if you don't have it.
The spell creates a beam of radiant light 1 foot wide and 60 feet long. Any creatures within the area of effect will take damage.
Okay, I'm going to say there's 2 spiders then that are in the
Oh.
tunnel.
And it says struck by a beam are allowed a saving throw versus spells to avoid.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm going to make 2 spell saving throws. The first spider made its saving throw. The second spider failed its saving throw. So, does it say if it succeeds, it takes half?
It just says avoid the damage of the beam.
Okay, so give me 4d4. The first spider very quickly runs up onto the roof, and the beam goes under it and hits his friend behind him. 10 damage. You obliterate the spider in burning, searing light. But it's quickly replaced by more as they round the corner with it. Okay. So now we're gonna roll initiative here again. The party wins again. The party
Yeah, thank God.
the party reaches an intersection here. To the west, more spiders and eggs.
Oh, God.
And
This is a bad
Oh,
idea.
God.
and to the east, the tunnel continues.
Well, let's not go
east, good
towards the
friends.
more
Go
spiders.
east.
Go east?
Oh, wait!
Yeah.
Okay. So as you
So the
begin,
next chance we get, I think we go up.
Yeah, I think we're going to run out of
Wow.
space here
you,
quick.
you take 2 steps to the east when a very dark, large shape emerges from this tunnel. And it
Oh, no!
it is even bigger than the Rottweiler spiders. It's
Mama
look-
spider.
It is massive. She just sort of crawls out of that tight, narrow tunnel ahead. She's so big she can't even fit this way. She's sideways, so she crawls out with her legs suddenly emerging from the shadows here, and a massive spider sits
Would
ahead
she be able to fit in this tunnel?
she would have to turn this way, and it would be a pinch for her.
Okay, you know what we're doing, guys. Better fight the Rottweilers and this big sucker. Let's go.
So you get here,
Uh-oh.
and just as you do, the Rottweiler-sized spiders here begin to emerge. So we've rolled initiative. Any ranged attacks or movement that you want to take right now, let me know. Let's quickly just drop.
I just
Well-
realized that our token says spider chow.
Someone changed it to that. That's awesome. Okay, so down here we
That's
have
weird.
we have like a mama spider, and then from this direction, we have the Rottweiler spiders. You did kill one of them, so there are.
Can you blind Mama Spider?
Mama,
Make her angry.
Mama, no, Mama, no.
That orb might take up physical space, though, so you might be able to block a tunnel with it.
well, I already
Thinking maybe
used
just
one
blind
spell
Mama Spider and
slots.
run past her.
What's that?
Yeah, but I don't. Does the orb have its own magic? Like, can you make it expand in size without expending a spell slot? If that's just
mean,
the
I
nature
can-
of,
Yeah,
say,
I can
block
do
one
that
of the
with the
tunnels.
light.
The orb itself doesn't expand. The light that radiates from it expands.
I mean, that might be enough.
So there, you have three Rottweiler-sized ones that emerge from the tunnel behind you, and Big Mama on the other side. Is anyone doing movement or ranged attacks?
Well, I do have a a game mechanic question. While we were floating down the river, would I have had time to rest so that I could have studied a spell since it was nighttime?
Sure.
Or is my sleep spell on the lizard still
Oh, I see what you're saying.
expended? Yeah.
No, the sleep spell that you
would
expended.
say-
The sleep spell that you expended on the lizard, you would have gotten that slot back.
Okay. Well, sweet. Sweet.
Nice.
Which also incidentally means that you owe Finn 2 days' pay.
I paid him 6.
We're
so
not
technically
worried about
I'm
that
just
right now.
That 6 was just a tip. It was just a tip.
go on my
Just the-
initiative and pay him some more.
Okay, so is anyone firing ranged weapons, or shall I just proceed with the initiative as you're struck with horror?
I'm sorry. I'm
Definitely
throw
gonna
my
fire a
magic
ranged
spear.
weapon.
Yeah,
Okay, so Lullaby, where are you throwing your spear?
at the Mama Speedar.
The Momo Spida? Go ahead and
Speedar.
go ahead and roll your spear at the Mama Speeder.
Mama Speeder.
Speeder. And did that give a? There it is. Oh.
That does not hit. Your spear, I'm going to say your spear actually bounces off her carapace, her hairy carapace. Dunk.
A what?
Don't Google that.
Her what? Her hairy
I
what?
heard hairy armpits. That's all I heard.
Okay.
I don't.
And
carapace.
Finn, did you
Do
say
not
you
Google that?
Finn, did
Just
you
said
say
it,
you were
don't
shooting an
Google
arrow?
it.
Me?
Is Finn
Yeah,
is Finn or Brad
I'm
shooting arrows?
An arrow. I'm shooting an arrow. Yeah.
Where
I'm
are you shooting the
arrow.
arrows at?
Mama Spider.
Mama Spider? Brad, Mama Spider?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just, like pull back an arrow. I'm just like, easily 8 gold a day, and just release my arrow.
Nice.
Nice.
Not now, Finn.
Okay, Brad, your arrow finds its mark, sticking into Mama Spider for 4 points of damage. Finn, your arrow, you don't know where it goes, but it doesn't go where you want it to. Where's my pen?
Darn.
So Mama Spider takes an arrow from Brad, and
Yeah, she does.
Lumen, are you
Wouldn't
casting?
you take one from Finn as well? Because he just hit a -1 armor class.
I thought Finn hit a 7 armor class.
I did 7.
Oh, sorry.
Brad was
Sorry, I'm
minus
looking at it. I read it backwards. Sorry,
Yeah.
you're right.
Okay, who do we have now? Lumen? What's Lumen doing?
I will use the sunstone to cast continual light into the eyes of one of the little Rottweiler ones.
Okay. Okay, let's have it make a saving throw.
Spider Chow.
It failed.
That's awful.
It failed. So you have blinded one of the spiders. I'm going to mark this down to 2 now because technically it cannot attack while it's blinded, it says. So that's good. That takes care of 1. And now we have, I think that's everyone has gone except for Turner. Turner,
I'm doing melee.
I assumed you're doing melee.
Yeah.
Towards the back or up at the front?
I'm gonna hit one of the Rottweilers in the back.
Okay.
Put myself in between the party and the Rottweilers.
I love that we've turned the spiders into dogs. Like that's our frame of reference.
It's not as scary now. I feel bad because
I
I'm a dog
don't want
guy.
to think. Yeah.
Yes.
They're less scary.
In the next tunnel up.
Go ahead and roll to hit, Turner.
Big friendly mutant dog.
We're just slowly gonna get into bigger and bigger spiders. Good thing we burnt all their children. They're not gonna be bad at all.
Right.
I've done that because I've been in games where the eggs have hatched and we've had swarms, these little things. Only like had 2 or 3 hit points, but they're all over us, biting and keep poisoning us. So that's why I did what I did.
Ooh.
Nice. It's a crit. That's a crit.
Perfect.
So we're doing max damage, which is 1 higher than what you see there. So I think you crush a spider here. Hold on.
Yes.
Oh, you do not. You brain the thing. You brain the thing, but it is not dead. It is not dead. Okay, so it's now their turn. So the 2 Rottweiler spiders are the third one. He just wanders like up the wall blind, looking, trying to find something. The other 2 though jump on Turner and bite.
No.
Yeah.
Punch.
Okay. Let's hope my armor class saves me, or I'm a dead.
Armor class 3.
Better
I
turn
have an
than
armor
me.
class 4. Oh.
So 1 hit you for 4 damage.
Oh no.
The other one missed entirely. But I would like
Okay.
you to make a saving throw versus poison. And I would like you to add a +2 bonus because these types of spiders do not have particularly strong poison. So when it asks you for a modifier, put in 2.
Poison.
Jeremy, if you didn't want to keep playing, you should have just said, "I don't want to keep playing."
Yeah.
You have to,
What the hell?
What?
You'd have
you have to freaking kill
to
us.
do us
all.
like this.
All right, whatever.
Well, you know what?
Where are the saving throws on this?
Emily contacted me this week and goes, "How many more
here it
sessions
is.
is
I found
happening here?" And I was like, "Well, we'll make it really quick."
I got things to do on Wednesday. I got a new live stream to introduce.
What's
I
the
don't have
easiest
time
way
for
to
this.
what's the easiest way to free up my Wednesday nights?
I have an idea.
Oh, I success.
You succeeded. Mama Spider comes like just down the hallway. There are 4 of you in that group, and I'm just gonna roll random to see who she goes after.
I
So
dare you to bite me. I dare you to bite me.
Emily 1, Lullaby 2. We're gonna say Finn 3, and Brad is a 4. Number 2, Lullaby. Lullaby,
That's what I'm talking about.
you're getting it. You're getting it. Here comes the bite. Let me find my button here. Attack. This is Mama Spider. So she has +1. Hits armor class 1.
I only have 5 hit points, so I'm dead.
So you drop to 0. We're going to make a death check right now for Lullaby.
One eye. What am I rolling?
You're going to be left with a horrible scar, disfigured to the extent that the wound can't be easily concealed. Your charisma is reduced by 1, and a cure serious wound spell can remove that scar. But
My charisma's already 8, so this is awesome.
however, I need you to make a poison saving throw. And you do not get the +2 adjustment because Mama's poison. Success!
That's to the bank.
Success!
Nice.
Am I still at 0 hit points though?
You're at 0. You're at 0. You're lying in the murky water.
Okay. I had exactly 5 hit
The
points.
stinky water.
So now
No healing.
it's initiative,
Holding the healing potion.
and the spiders win initiative.
Oh, great.
No.
So the two
Ah,
the 2 spiders that are on Turner continue to bite at Turner. The first one hits armor class 3 for 5 damage.
Oh, I'm down to 1 hit point.
Oh my god.
And I need you to give me a poison saving throw, sir, with a +2 modifier.
Here's that TPK you
Yeah.
wanted. You were dying for a TPK, and you're gonna get it.
Oh, another poison death save with a natural 20. Oh,
Make him work for it.
clutch,
Make him work for it.
clutch. The other spider clambers over Turner's body, seeing that its hunting mate has got Turner, and he is going to attack one of the other party members from the back. So you're now stuck between Mama. I'm gonna roll a D6 to see who it gets. 1, 2 Lumen, 3, 4 Finn, 5, 6 Brad.
Yes.
Brad, here it comes.
No,
A bite on Brad.
you wouldn't bite a guy with one eye, would you?
Apparently I would. I hit armor class 0. It only does 1 damage, though. But I do need a poison saving throw with a modifier of +2.
Oh, Brad.
Where do I do the saving throw?
So on the character sheet, there should be, up near the top by your strength and everything, there should be a set of dice on the right-hand side for saving throws, I think. Is that where they are?
Yeah.
On the...
Yeah.
Oh.
And when it asks you for a modifier, you're gonna want to press 2. Did we find that?
I'm gonna see if I did. If
Yep.
I did it wrong, no one laugh at me.
No, that's open bars. So on the you're very close. There is a dice on the other side of your number for poison or death ray. There's a dice there. You did the one on the left-hand side. You need the one on the right-hand side.
I'm
It'll
not
say
good with my
poison
left
save when you hover over it.
Yeah, it should say poison save when you hover over it, and you're going to add a +2, and you succeed your poison save, which is good news. Good news, everybody. A poison save is being made all around. Mama Spider has 2 targets, Lumen or Finn. Lumen 1, 2, Finn 3, 4. Lumen. Mama Spider is going to try to bite Lumen. Let's see what happens here. Yeah. Here we go. Hits armor class 15. Not a hit. Not a hit.
Thank God. Oh, thank you.
Okay. We're going to your guys' turn. Ranged attacks are not possible. The spiders are all over the party. So let's start. Let's go. Is anyone casting a spell?
Well, okay, I don't remember. What was the rule for the spells from the stone? How many times can I use things?
I believe they're unlimited.
Okay.
I will double check. I'm going to double check that right now.
Sunbeam that spider.
Yes, they are unlimited.
I'm gonna shoot a radiant beam at Mama Spider right in her face.
Okay, so Mama Spider gets a saving throw. For against spells. And she has a modifier here. And she succeeded in her saving throw. So she is not hit by the beam. The beam burns a line down the ceiling as the spider drops beneath it. And now it is... who's still up? Let's see here. Everybody's still up. So, Turner, let's start with you. What are you doing?
I'm going to kill the guy on top of me.
Yeah, he's already been wounded. You hit him before, so you swing at him again. Armor class 15. That is not a hit. That is not a hit. Finn, what are you going to do?
Am I able to duck under the big mama spider and run down the tunnel towards this way?
Absolutely. You're a halfling.
Could I do that and then shoot my arrow at the spider?
You could, but it would get an attack as you leave its reach. Like,
okay.
You can do what's called a defensive retreat, which would not allow it to attack, but you would not get to attack this turn.
I will do that.
Okay, so you're scrambling underneath the spider's legs, and you pop out the other side without it getting an attack on you. So you're down this tunnel now, Finn. Okay. All right. Now it is Brad. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna run up and try to get the already wounded spider on Turner off of him with my dagger.
Okay. So you turn around to help Turner. Go ahead and make that attack.
Yep.
That does not hit. Armor class
Awesome.
15 does not hit. And I think that's the party's turn, correct? Has anyone not acted this turn? Okay, we're going to roll initiative here. This could be a big deal. Party goes again.
Oh, thank
Party
God.
goes again. So, Lumen, are you beaming again? Or are you doing something else?
Well, who has the healing potion? And
Who-
how do we...
Who has the healing potion? I'm going to say that either you or Lullaby has it in their backpack because you guys are the ones that visited.
I would agree.
And I don't care who. If you want,
Definitely you, because you're responsible.
okay, Lumen's got the potion. Lumen's got the potion. Let's say.
Okay. Can I try to go to Lullaby and wake him up?
You can. He's like lying in the water beside you. Do you want to use the potion on him? Okay.
Yeah.
So let's roll a d6 plus 1, and that's how many hit points it heals. If you go into your dice roller, it should let you roll the d6, and we can just add 1 to it.
This. 3 hit points.
3 hit points back. It's better than a kick in the butt with a frozen boot. Turner, what are you doing this turn?
I'm going to try and kill that spider.
Okay.
It's on top of me. It's kind of like the thing now.
It is the thing.
Yeah. Oh, I ain't a good. Oh.
That's a hit, and that finishes it. So the second hit, you club it, and down it goes.
Perfect.
Down to 1 there. And we're now... Finn, what are you doing? Are you shooting your bow?
Yeah, I was gonna shoot my bow at the big spider.
Go ahead and do that. Kerplink. Nice hit. Very nice hit. Almost a nat 20. 6 damage. It hisses as it takes a shot in the ass. And last but not least, Brad.
Didn't one kind of crawl up the wall like behind me a little bit? Like it was like a blind one that was kind of like chilling.
But there's a blind one that's sort of like lost and confused down here out of the battle. There is still one though, and I think it's on you because the mama spider is after Lumen. So yeah, you have one not too far from you.
I'll hit the one not too far from me with my dagger then.
Okay, let's do that.
All right.
And I apologize. Time has gotten away from me. I didn't realize how late it was, so we're going to have to wrap here. But
No.
you stab the spider. You stab the spider. Doesn't kill it, but you do stab it. And we're going to give the spiders their turn now. The spider will try to bite Brad back.
Don't want to bite me again.
Bitey.
Bite him?
Do it. Yeah, do it. Start taunting the spider in Orcish.
Brad, I'm pretty sure that hit. Armor class 3. It does 2 damage to you. I think you do have... that's probably not put you to 0, I don't think.
I don't think so.
You took one. You took 1 before and another 2 there, so you've taken a total of 3. And Brad has. Brad started at 8, so you're okay. You're okay. You're down. You're down to 5. But I do need you to make a poison saving throw. With a plus. With
I know what that is now.
With a plus 2 modifier.
Oh no!
Oh!
Okay.
No.
Nothing happens yet.
Shit.
So ominous.
Shit. Mama Spider, still after the one with the light, attacks Lumen. Venomous bite. Armor class 3.
How are you getting all these armor class 3s? Oh,
Only for 1 point of damage, though. But I do need you to make a poison save.
Okay.
No modifier because it's Mama. Natural 20 kills
awesome.
it. And I think that's where we'll end here tonight.
Oh, no, you can't do that to us. We finish this off.
Let me check. Is everyone okay for us to finish this battle? Does someone have to
Come on,
go?
guys.
Okay, let's finish it then. So that was their attacks. It's now a new initiative. The party wins again. Let's go around the horn. Lullaby, you can act this turn because the healing potion has taken effect. So, is anyone using ranged weapons or spells? Let's do those first. So, Finn, are you firing your bow again?
Oh, heck yeah.
Let's have you do that into the backside of this Mama Spider. Armor class 5. That's a hit.
Nice. Seven's a great.
For max damage. Wow.
That's great.
Yes.
The mother spider, she kind of like that shot. A couple of her back legs give out, and her sort of body leans into the side of the cave wall. Not the cave, sorry, the sewer. But she's not dead, but definitely wounded. Okay, and anyone else doing a ranged attack? I guess everybody else is in melee. Lumen, are you casting a spell
Yeah, I'm gonna try to blast the mama again.
with the beam?
Yeah.
Okay, let me get the saving throw out here.
Get the mama.
Get the mama.
Come on.
She made her saving throw. She manages to avoid that beam again. Melee. Let's start with Brad because the spider's on Brad. Brad, are you stabbing again?
I am mad at him, so I will stab again.
I am furious with this spider.
I'm really mad. Where is my dagger? Oh, jeez. Just like checking my pockets really quick. There we go. Wait, that's my short bow.
It's around
Hold
here
on.
somewhere.
I'm
I'm
panicking.
That's a dinner knife.
Oh, -2. You hit it. Unfortunately, that's still not enough to kill it. You've stabbed it twice. You're like stabbing, and it's just not dying. Who are we on to now? Lullaby or Turner can go.
Go. I'm gonna close on the mama and try to stab her with my short sword.
Nice. Let's see.
It's gonna look like that.
That is a miss. Armor class 10 does not hit. Turner.
I'm hitting the spider that's on Brad.
Okay.
That's what I'm closest to.
Swinging that mace. Bringing it down. Totally a hit. 4 points of damage, and that finishes that spider.
I must have knocked to the wall like a tennis ball.
So you, just as Brad came to your aid, you come to his. So there is a Rottweiler-sized spider sort of skittering all over the walls and that, but it can't see, so it can't attack.
I'm gonna high five Brad.
You know, high five, Brad. Yeah.
Being a slap in the face.
This spider, the mama spider, is going to attack. I believe it's Lullaby that's in its face right now, so it's going to turn its attention on Lullaby and attack Lullaby. Unfortunately,
I'm not afraid. You can't hurt me again.
I know you.
Death.
I've seen
You can't
death.
hurt me again to death.
Oh,
Armor class 5 for 3 damage.
So let me just double check. But
Yeah, let's check that armor class.
Pretty sure that my armor class is 6.
6. So it hit.
And I have
3 hit points. So you're down again. So we're making another death check for Lullaby. Lullaby will never be the same after this battle. A minor scar. The scar doesn't have any adverse effect, and a Cure Serious Wounds would remove the scar.
Yeah, we have a lot of scars.
So there are you are going to have some nasty wounds. But you're face down.
I gotta save versus poison.
Yes, you do. I was just about to say. And now a saving throw versus poison. No modifier. A failure.
Dagger.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Minor scar?
Yeah, you got a minor scar. But
and a
from the
major
poison.
scar.
And a medium scar from the poison.
yes. Okay. It is now. I think it's initiative. Here we go, everybody.
Got it. No poisonous effect described to me.
No, nothing. Oh, Mama goes first. Mama goes first, and she turns and lunges back into her thing here at the halfling who's shooting her in the butt to make an attack against Finn. You guys see her just scurry back into that cave, that sewer rather, and attack. Now,
this creature, I'm assuming, is larger than man-sized.
oh gosh, yes.
So it's going to have a -2 to AC.
And because it's pinched down in the small tunnel, it has another -1. So I'm applying a -3 in total, okay?
Okay.
It hits armor class 16, so it does not hit Finn. It does not hit Finn. And it is your guys' turn. Any ranged attacks from out in the hallway? Ranged or spell attacks from the hallway?
I want to try and get her again and cross these freaking saving
Do it.
throws.
Okay, so you blast it from the back. Let's see if she realizes she's about to be blasted and ducks or something.
Shove some light right up her butt.
So I'm going to give her a -1 on this because she's in that pinched condition in the tunnel. She failed. She failed. So 4d4 damage.
9.
Finn, this spider lunges for you and it's trying to bite you and you're like ducking under it and ducking it under. And all of a sudden this beam of light, she just starts to glow from the inside. And then this beam of light bursts through her fangs and a hole is burnt from end to end right through this big spider. And then it just drops to it slides down the wall and stops moving beside you. Its fangs literally like as big as daggers right by your face. And I think
holding it back with my
spider
frying
guts.
pan.
and that is where we'll end it tonight, with the party defeating the spiders in the tunnels. Thanks for everybody in chat. We've had all kinds of people chatting tonight. That's awesome and nice to see. We love having you here. Please don't ever come and not say hello. Even if you're staying for just a couple minutes, drop in, say hi. We always like that. We will be back in 2 weeks.
You want me to sing a song?
I would love you to sing a song. I would love you to sing a song.
All right, I'll sing us out of here. This is going to be a weird thing. Okay. Softly falls the light of day as our lives slowly fade away. Silently each one should ask, who will take up our lonely task? Have I kept my honor bright? Can I guiltless sleep tonight? The answer's no, it's time to rest. Tell my mom I did my best.
Yes! A live concert by Lullaby, and we will see you next time for Aikeon, the Dying Sun. See you, everybody.
See ya.
Have a good night.
Night.